Good morning, everyone. So, we are back for chemistry, and today we will be discussing our homework part, right? So, we are already done with the electronic configuration, arrangement of electron, orbitals, and orbit. So, we will be discussing today DPP 3 and 4. Now, let's start with the first question. Number of valence electron in sodium ion. Now, if I write for sodium, then for sodium, what is our configuration? 281, right? It's 281. Or if it is 11, what I can write now? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s1. So here in sodium, we have these electrons, first orbit, second orbit, and third orbit. Now these will be known as core electrons. And this will be known as valence electron. So 1s2, 2s2, and 2p6, these will be known as core electrons, and this will be known as valence electrons. So number of valence electron for sodium will be how much? 1. So what is valence electron? Valence electron is number of electron present in the outermost cell. Here first cell, second cell, and third cell. The outermost cell will be valence and inner will be known as core electron. Let's move to the next question. Which of the d orbitals does not have 4 lobes? What is lobe? If I talk about d, what was the shape? Shape was either between the axis or on the axis. Yesterday we discussed about the shape, about the angular quantum number. Now these single are known as lobes. So here I have 4 lobes, right? This one also has 4 lobes, right? Here we have dxy, dyz, and dxz. All of them will having 4 lobes, but they will be between 2 different axes. Someone is between x and y, someone is between y and z, someone is between x and z, right now? So all of them will be having 4 lobes. This one is dx2y2. Here all the lobes, 4 lobes are present on the axis. And the last one that we had discussed was dz2, where it was something like this. Here we have 2 lobes on the z axis, and the rest 2 lobes are concised around the y axis. So this one will be having only 2 perfect lobes, rest all of them will be having 4 different lobes. So our answer we will go for dz2. Okay, let's move to the next one. Electrons enters into an orbital according to the increasing energy level. Who gave this statement? When we started filling of electron, we will following 3 different rules. First one was Bohr principle that said that electrons will fill from lower energy to higher energy. So this statement was given by whom? By Bohr. Right now, what Pauli said? Pauli said that any orbital can have maximum 2 electrons. What Hund's rule said? It said that electrons will be filled parallelly and then anti-parallelly. Heisenberg's uncertainty principle. This we have not discussed, but what it is told? He started the concept of orbital. The very basics on which we started the concept of orbital. We started with the concept that you cannot find the exact position and momentum of any electron at any given point of time simultaneously. This statement was given by Heisenberg. This we will study in detail in class 11. So let's move to the next one. Which of the following principle limits the maximum number of electron? Bohr principle, what it said? Energy. It talked about energy. Which orbital will go the electron first? Lower the energy will be filled first. Then Pauli's rule. What it said? Pauli said कि no two electrons can have all the same 4 quantum number. No two electrons can have all the same 4 quantum number. All the 4 quantum numbers can't be same. And from here what we found that according to this, any orbital can have maximum 2 electrons. So this statement given by Pauli that concluded that any orbital can have maximum 2 electrons. So our option B will be our correct answer. चलिए next, number of possible orbitals in n equals to 3, energy level. What we mean by energy level? Energy level was the synonym for orbit or cell, right? So it was defined by principal quantum number n. So here in this question n is 3. For n equals to 3, how many L is possible? 0, 1, 2. What it defined? It defined suborbit. Value of L was depending upon n, and L defined our suborbit. So in n equals to 3, in the third energy level, we will have 3 different suborbit. Now, out of these suborbit, ML value for 0 will be 0. For 1 will be minus 1, 0, 1. For 2 will be minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2. Or what we can say for n equals to 3. For n equals to 3, we have 3s, that means 3, 0. We have 3p, 3 with 1, and 3d, that is 3 with 2. So in total, in the third orbit, we have 3 suborbit. Okay, what they are asking? Orbital. And in S, we have only 1 orbital. In P, we have 3 orbitals. In D, we have 5 orbitals. So in total, in third orbit, how many orbitals we will have? We will have 9 orbitals. Okay, so option B will be our correct answer. Atomic number of an element is 17. The number of orbital containing electron pair in the valency shell in its ground state. Now we have 2 or 3 terms here. First one is valency shell and another one is ground state. Ground state is the natural condition in which any element will exist. For example, here we have 17, that is Cl2. Chlorine, its atomic, if we talk about atoms only, so it will be Cl17, that I will write 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p5. How many electrons we have? 2, 4, 10, 12, 17. In total, we have 17 electrons. Right? Now, out of that, this first orbit and this second orbit. First orbit will be, these 2 orbits will be our core electron. Right? And this will be our valence electron. This is our core electron, this is our valence electron. In this valence electron, if we see 3s, both the electron will be paired. In 3p, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This was the method of filling. So in valence, that means outermost shell, this third orbit here will be known as valence shell. Outermost shell is known as a valence shell. So in valence shell, how many electrons we have? In valence shell, in how many valence electron we have? 7 valence electron. But what they are asking, they have asked me number of orbital containing electron pair, in which electron is paired. So here electron is paired, here electron is paired, here electron is paired, but this one is unpaired. So total number of orbitals in valence shell having paired electron will be 3. Right now, if they ask me total number of orbitals, they are not mentioning this word valence. They are not mentioning this word valence. Then we have to count all the orbitals, core orbitals as well as valence orbitals. We have to conclude with all of them. But here we are just talking about the valence shell. What is the shape of s orbital? This is normal question. S orbital was a spherical shape for L equal to 0. This one was s orbital, so it will be spherical. We don't need to discuss it. What is the shape of p orbital? That is dumbbell. P orbital was dumbbell shaped with 2 lobes, right? Which of the following is incorrect for an orbit? The maximum number of electron in an orbit is 2n square. Maximum number of electron in an orbit is 2. Orbits are non-directional, orbits are circular shape. Now, out of this, which one is wrong if they ask? The maximum number of electron in an orbit is 2. This one is incorrect. What was our correct statement? Maximum number of electron in any orbital, that is 2. Orbit is not 2. What is 2 is? Orbital. In any orbital, I will have 2 electrons, right? But what about all these? Orbitals are circular in shape. This we know. Orbit are circular in shape. Orbit was defined by Niels Bohr. What was the definition? It said that the electrons revolve around the nucleus in fixed circular path, and that was known as orbit. Electrons revolve around the nucleus in the fixed circular path, that was known as orbit. So orbit is circular. If it is circular, they are non-directional. There is no direction attached, right? Okay. Maximum number of electron in an orbit is 2n square. Now let's check this one. If n is 1, value of L possible is 1. Matlab it is 0. Only one possible value. When n equals to 2, value of L is 0, 1 and ml is 0, -1, 0, 1. Right now? So in n equals to 1, how many orbital we had? Only one orbital. In n equals to 2, how many orbital we had? We had 4 orbitals. Right? In n equals to 3, if I check, L will be 0, 1, 2. How many orbital I have? Only one orbital. How many orbital I have? 3 orbital. How many orbital I have? 5 orbital. So in n equals to 3, how many possible orbitals are there? 9 possible orbitals are there. So what we can say? Number of possible orbitals, what I can add? Number of possible orbitals in any given orbit. In any given orbit equals to n square. If any orbit is given, number of possible orbitals will be n square. And what number of electron can we have in each orbital? 2. So number of electron, maximum number of electron in any given orbit will be double that of orbital, that is 2n square. Right now, for any orbital, any orbit, how many orbitals are possible? For every given orbit, we can have n square number of orbitals. And how many number of electrons we can have? Double of that, 2n square. That is our first statement. Maximum number of electrons in an orbit is how much? 2n square. So our option B is incorrect, that they have asked about the incorrect orb. Okay, so let's move to the next one. Which of the following orbital is non-directional? What we had said for s orbital, what was the shape? Spherical. For d orbital, what was the shape? Double dumbbell. For f orbital, what was it? Diffused on all three axes. For p orbital, it was dumbbell. Right now? So out of all these, which one is non-directional? What we had said? This spherical direction will be non-directional. Rest all of them will be directional. So option A will be our correct answer. Number of possible orbital in n equals to 2. Right now we have discussed number of possible orbitals in any given orbit. What was the formula? N square. So for orbit number 2, n equals to 2, number of orbital possible will be how much? 4. For n equals to 2, maximum number of orbitals. Maximum electron will be how much? 8. Right now we can check it from here. For n equals to 2, what we have? 2s, 2p, these are suborbit, and 2s, 2px, 2py, 2pz, what are these? These are orbitals. So how many orbitals we have? In n equals to 2, total number or maximum number of possible orbital is n square, that is 4. Maximum number of electron then that can be accommodated in a p subcell. Now two types of questions do come in this. At some point they will ask what is the maximum number of electron possible in p orbital. Now when they are talking about p orbital, by the orbital they mean either px or py or pz. Not all of them. They are talking about either px or py or pz. Right now? Now, if they are talking about p subcell, that means they are talking about all. Here we have or, and here we have px and py and pz. So in P, when we are talking about P subcell, then we are talking about all of them, Px as well as Py as well as Pz. And when we are talking about P orbital, we are talking about either Px or Py or Pz. Okay, so in the case of P orbital, how many maximum electron we will have? Only 2. Because any orbital can accommodate maximum 2 electron. But when they are talking about p subcell, then it will be 6. 2 for px, 2 for py, 2 for pz. So here they are asking about subcell, so answer will be how much? 6. The maximum number of electrons that can be accommodated in a d subcell, again the same type of question. Again, if we have d orbital, so it will be having 2. If they are talking about d subcell, then they will have 10, 2 for each for dxy, dyz, dxz, dx2y2 and dz2. Okay. The orientation of px orbital. What we know, p has 3 types of orbital, px, py, pz. Px will be along the x-axis, py will be along the y-axis, pz will be along the z-axis. Okay. The axis on which they are, that will be axial to them. Rest, if it is not present on this axis or this plane, So this is known as node. One other term that you can understand over here, that we have two type of terms over here, nodes and orbital. What was the orbital? Region of finding the electron, maximum probability of finding the electron, and the region where there is no electron, minimum probability. Of finding the electrons. That is known as nodes. Okay, so this term was not defined over there, just I am introducing right now. So we have two type of thing, orbitals, and it's just opposite is nodes, where the probability of finding electron is maximum, that is orbital, and where the probability of finding electron is minimum, that is our nodes. Orientation of dx2y2. Direct question from the diagram, what was dx2y2? 4 lobes, all on the x and y axis, right? So it will be, is it between? No, along the x and y axis, right? And if someone asks, just we discussed about node, what will be the node here? So this whole plane, we don't have any electrons. Similarly, this whole plane, we don't have electron. These are our nodes. Okay, chaliye, let's move to the next question. Orientation of dxy orbital. Direct question from the diagram, it is between x and y axis. Total number of orbitals in a cell. Same question again. What was our for maximum number of orbitals possible equals to n square. So option B will be our correct answer. Maximum number of electrons accumulated by F sub cell, 14. For F, what we have? L equals to 3. So ML will be -3, -2, -1, 0, 1, 2, 3. In total, 7 orbitals. So maximum number of electrons will be 14. Maximum number of orbital in M cell. Now when they are talking about M, now they are using the word cell. What was cell? Cell was our orbit, right? So M cell, what we had said, n equals to 1, n equals to 2, n equals to 3. This was our K cell, this was our L cell, this was our M cell, right? K, L, M. So we are talking about the third orbit. So maximum number of electron in third orbit, that will be again maximum number of orbitals. Formula as it goes, n square, that means 3 square, that is 9. If we want to see, then it will be 3s, 3p, 3d. Here we have 1 orbital, here we have 3 orbital, here we have 5 orbital. So in total number of orbitals present will be how much? 9. Total number of electrons in the cell. Direct question that we have already discussed. Maximum number of orbitals will be what? N square. So maximum number of electron will be what? 2n square. So option A is correct. So we have completed DPP3, right? Most of the question were directly from our theory part. Now let's start with DPP4. What it says, nitrogen has electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2px1, 2py1, 2pz1, right? And not 1s2, 2s2, 2p2, 2p1, 2pz. What is this? Now if I see for nitrogen, then what I will write? 1s2, 2s2, 2p3. In 2p3, we fill it like this. Now they have called, they have given that we have 1 electron in all the orbital. In px we have 1, in Py we have 1, in Pz we have 1. Now, next they have given कि we can have one more possibility of 1s2, 2s2, 2px2, 2py1 and 2pz0. That means in 2p they are filling the electron like this. 1s and 2s is same. So what they are asking, which is determined by, which rule is getting violated over here? Now see from the very beginning of Bohr principle, what it said, electrons are filled from lower energy to higher energy. So they have filled first electron in 1s, then they went to 2s, then they went to 2p. So they are following of Bohr principle. They are going from lower energy to higher energy. So this is not violated. Okay? Now, Pauli's exclusion principle, what it says? It says that maximum number of electron possible in any orbital is 2. So is it violated? No. Here we have 2 electron, here we have 2 electron, here we have 1 each, here we have 2 electron, 2, 2, no. We are not violating it. That means Pauli is also not violated. Now let's check the third one, that is Hund's rule. What it says? Electrons should be filled parallelly and then anti-parallelly. So here electrons are parallel first. Now here electrons, if we have written 2px2, now 2px2 they have not given the diagram or they have not given this representation like this. If they will give representation like this, they can have two type of question. Right now? So here what is violated? Hund's rule. They have not filled it parallelly. They have paired it. So here our answer is Hund's rule. But what if they gave something like this? This is also 2px2, 2py1, 2pz0. Instead of writing this, they give us this diagram. In that case, first of Hund's rule is violated. Right now? In that case, one more rule will be violated, and that will be Pauli's. Pauli said that no two electrons can have all four quantum numbers same. From there we concluded that every orbital will have 2 electrons. But if you check, these 2 electrons will have all the 4 quantum numbers same. All quantum number will be same. Okay? So, if this representation is given, then it will violate both Hund's rule as well as Pauli's principle. So keep that in mind. So our answer is option C. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following ions have electronic configuration of AR3D5? What is this method of writing electronic configuration? Now, if I write something like this for Mg, I wrote the electronic configuration. How many electrons I have? 12. 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. This was our electronic configuration for Mg. What we can do? We can check the nearest noble gas. Nearest noble gas, 18th group. Now, noble gas, what we have? Helium, neon, argon, krypton, xenon, radon. These all are the noble gas. And for these noble gas, atomic number is 2, then 10, then 18, then 36, then 54, then 86. Okay, this one is 86. So now, we will check for the nearest noble gas. What is the nearest noble gas? Lower than this number is 10. For 10, what we can write? 2, 4, 6, total 10. For all these three things, I will write something like this. Neon. So if I write this neon, it is automatically representing 1s2, 2s2, 2p6. Okay. So now Mg can be either written like this or can be written like this. So electronic configuration of Mg will be neon under the large bracket 3s2. So this is one method of writing electronic configuration. Got it? Now let's come to the question. Which of the following ion has the electronic configuration AR3D5? Now AR, how much we have? 18. So if they are writing AR 3d5. That means in total how many electrons we will have? We will have 23. This is the first thing. Second thing, argon. What I will write? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6. Argon is 18. So it will be representing 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 2, 4, 10, 12, 18. And after that, after 3p, what we used to fill? 4s. After 3p, what we needed to fill was 4s, but there is no electron. And then we have 3d5. What does that mean? That means कि we have any element from where we have taken out some electron, we will have positive cation. Why? Because we used to remove the electron from the outermost subshell. And as the option is given, all of them are cation only. So if something written like this also only, then we can conclude that we are representing a cation over here. We are not representing a ground state. So if it is in the cation form, how many electrons it should have? 23. What is here? 30 minus 2, that is 28. How much? 26 minus 3, that is 23. How much? 28 minus 3, that is 25. Here 29 minus 1, 28. So only one option is matching for us, that is Fe plus 3. So argon 3d5 is representing Fe plus 3 cation. Okay. Now let's move to the next question. What is the electronic configuration of cobalt? For cobalt, atomic number is 27. So we have 27 electrons. We have to fill it. Let's start. What it will be? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2. How many electrons we have filled? 2, 4, 10, 12, 18, 20. What is left? 7. What we will fill after 4s? 3d. All the left out electrons will be kept here. So this is our electronic configuration for cobalt. Now, if I write them in the form of noble gas, so 2, 4, 10, 12, 18. This whole thing is representing what? Argon. So this electronic configuration can also be written as argon 4s2 3d7. So let's check where it is. Neon no, argon 4s2 3d7. This is our correct answer. Next question. What is the electronic configuration of Mn plus 2? What we had said, first I will write the electronic configuration. What it is? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d5. Okay, so this is our electronic configuration for Mn, manganese, 2, 4, 10, 12, 18, 20, 25. Now if I have to remove the electron, what was the rule for forming an cation? What we had said? While adding electron, we will add as per n plus L rule. But while removing electron, I will remove it from the basis of largest value of n. So largest value of n over here is 4. Right now, largest value of n is 4. So we will remove electron from there. Now how many electrons they have removed? 2 electrons. So if I remove 2 electrons, all these electrons will be removed. What I will write? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s0, 3d5. So this is our electronic configuration for Mn plus 2. Now again, what we can say? We will use the electronic configuration of a noble gas. So 2, 4, 10, 12, 18. So it will be written in short as argon 4s0, 3d5. Okay, someone can ask why we are using here. We can't use it, but what it is representing from which orbital electron has been taken out. Okay, so even if there is no electron, we are writing it over here 4s0, because electrons were present earlier in this orbital. For forming cation, you have removed it. So our answer will go as argon 3d5, 4s0. Let's move to the next question. Which of the following principle limits the maximum number of electrons in an orbital to 2? Do we need to discuss it? It was Pauli's rule. So directly I will take for option number B. Okay, but again this was not our original statement. Pauli's rule, just keep in mind, because most of the time when we are talking about Pauli's exclusion principle, what we say, no orbital can have more than 2 electrons. Can have more than 2 electrons. Right? So generally we say this, but this was not the original statement. This was conclusion. From where? From that no 2 electrons can have all the 4 quantum numbers same. Right? So this was our original statement. So always keep this in mind as the original one. This is our just derived from this statement only. Correct electronic configuration of Mg. By mistake I gave the same example, beta. Mg12 will be 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. Here 2, 4, 10. This is representing our neon. So it will be written as neon 3s2. So what will our answer? This is our answer. So let's move to the next question. Which of the following arrangement of electron is likely to be most stable? 3d and 4s. So we have not discussed about exchange energy and pairing energy, right? But just by the statement, we are not going to detail of that. What was our statement? Half-filled and full-filled orbitals and fulfilled orbitals are more stable. Right now? So what we have here, 3d or 4s. That means we have 3d and 4s. If all of them have 1 electron, d have 5. Now here see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, total 6 electrons are there. 4s electron has been jumped over here. So this will not be stable. All of them are not half filled. Now here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these are half filled. Right now? Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, these are also half filled. But this is not half filled. So now we will have a tussle between option B and C. Both of them are half filled. Right? Now here comes the game for exchange energy. I'm not going to detail of that. Just we can use Hund's rule that says electrons should be filled parallelly and then anti-parallelly. So here electrons are parallel, but this one is anti-parallel. Electrons are parallel, this one is also parallel. When we have all the electrons parallel, then exchange energy is very high and that is more stable. So option C will be our most stable case. What we can write over here? Why it is so? Due to higher so option C is correct. Here I am not discussing this exchange energy, just I have given the reason ki why C is more stable than B. At our level, what we will say, because it is following Hund's rule of maximum multiplicity, that electrons should be filled parallel and then it will go for anti-parallel fulfillment. Okay, so let's move to the next question. The above principle fails to explain the electronic configuration of the element. What was the above principle? Above principle said electrons should be filled from lower energy to higher energy. Once lower energy is completely filled, then I will go to the higher energy, right? And it was followed. But some position, whenever we have half filled and fulfilled condition, half filled and fulfilled condition, what happens? One or two electron is jumped from lower to higher. That means electrons will go to the higher first, then lower. Right now, for example, this was our correct. I have given a direct example of this. So for chromium, I will explain this again. For chromium, what was expected for us? 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d5. What was expected for us? It was expected that after 1s I will fill 2s. That's good enough. Then 2p, good enough. 3s, good enough. 3p, good enough. Then 4s. So what we were expecting, that after 3p, 4s will be completely filled, then electron will go to 3d. But what happened? It happened that 4s was kept, sorry, it was 3d4. It will become this. That means 4s was not completely filled, electron went to 3d before completely filling off 4s orbital. That means here above principle is violated. Chaliye, let's move to the next part. Atomic number at which filling of G orbital is likely to begin. Okay, we have not discussed about G, but I had said ki S, P, D, F, after that I will have G orbital. So let's check. For first orbit I had 1s. For second orbit I had 2s, 2p. For third orbit I will have 3s, 3p, 3d. For fourth we will have 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f. For 5 I will have 5s, 5p, 5d, 5f, 5g. The question is asked from which atomic number this orbital will come into play. Now we have to follow all the rules. From above, then Hund's, then Pauli's, all of them will be filled. First let me go a little bit ahead, because if you see for G, L will be how much? 4, right now, for G, because for S it was 0, for P it was 1, for D it was 2, for F it was 3, for G it will be 4. Now understand one thing, here N plus L value is going to be 9, and higher the value of N plus L, more the energy. So before filling this 9, we have to fill all that is having maximum till 8. Right? N plus L value having 8 must be filled before this 5G. All of them. So in 6s, 6 plus 0, 6, 6p, 6d. I'm not going to 6f. Why? Because if I write 6f, 6 plus 3, it becomes 9. So I have not to check this. I have to fill all the orbitals where N plus L value will be 8. Getting my point? Right now? Okay, so here 6s is 6, 6p is 7, 6d is 8. So I will need little more space. Little more space. So I am coming here. So here I have 1s, 2s, 2p, 3s, 3p, 3d, 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f, 5s, 5p, 5d, 5f, 5g. Then I will have 6s, 6p, 6d. I hope this is clear why I am going till 6d only. For 7, I will have 7s. Here 7 plus 0 is 7. Then 7p, 7 plus 1 is 8. 7d, I am not going over there. Because in 7d, again, n plus l will be 9. Then I will come to 8s. 8 plus 0 is 8. I am not going to 8p. Right? So, before 5g, all these orbitals will be filled. I will start filling from 1s, I will go till 8s. Right? So, how I will fill it? So, first, initial, we all already know 1s, then I will fill 2s, then I will go for 2p, then I will go for 3s, then 3p, then 4s, then 3d. After that, 4p, then 5s, then 5s, then after that we will fill 4d. You can also check it from here. First we filled n plus l value 1, then I filled 2, then I filled 3, then I filled 4, then I am filling 5. Now I will start to fill 6. So 4d, then 5p, then 6s. All 6 has been fulfilled. After that, what I will go for? 7. So what I will have? 4d. Right? Sorry, 7 we said. So for 7, what I will have? 4f. After 4f, 5d, 6p. All 7 has been done till 7s. So from 4f till 7s, all the orbital having n plus l value 7 has been fulfilled. Now we will go for 8. So for 8, where will we start with? 5f, then 6d, then 7p, then 8s. All of them are 8. After 8s, then electron that will be filled will be 5g. Now how many electron can I fill in s? 2 over here, 2 over here, 6 over here, 2 over here, 6 over here, 2 over here, 10. Then 6, 2, 10, 6, 2, 14, 10, 6, 2, 14, 10, 6, 2. So if I am filling all the orbitals till here, I am filling all the orbitals till 8s, till n plus l value 8, 2, 4, 10, 12, 18, 20, 30, 36, 38, 48, 54, 56, 70, 80, 86, 88, 88, 102, 112, 118, 120. So if I am filling till 8s, though it is any element whose atomic number is 120. So if I have got an element whose atomic number is 120, then I will have write all this configuration. And once 8s is filled, if I go beyond it, if I just go one extra electron, then I will go to the next higher orbital, and that will be 5g. So for filling of 5g, we will have the element, any element E dash, whose atomic number will be at least 121 or more than that. Okay, so we can fill, it will be from 121 and so on. So if we check, where it is? So if we check the question, the atomic number at which filling of g orbital is likely to begin, then it will be 121. It will begin over here, it is not ending over here. Now how many electrons, if they ask, where it will be last? So in F I can have 14, where L is equals to how much? 3, right? For L equals to 4, I have G. In this, I will have how many electrons? 18 electrons can be filled. In G, 18 electrons. So from 121 till 139 electrons, 18 electrons from 121 to 138. These electrons will be filled in 5G. So it was a good question. Next. Which of the following statement is correct about the electronic configuration of an element? They are asking about the statement. Electrons fill orbitals in the order of energy level. Yes. Who said it? Above. So this one is correct. The 3D orbital fills before 4s. For 4s, n plus L value is 4. For 3D, n plus L value is 5. So this one is wrong. Right now? The maximum number of electron in a p orbital is 4. As soon as they use the word orbital, it should be maximum 2. So this statement is also incorrect. Electronic configuration of an element is independent of quantum number. Without quantum number, we will not start the configuration. So this is also incorrect. Option A will be our correct answer. Consider the following statement regarding electronic configuration. Electrons fill orbital in the order of, yes, this was a Bohr principle. Hund's rule states that electrons occupy orbitals singly before pairing. Yes. What Hund's rule said? Electrons will be filled parallelly and then anti-parallelly. So this one is also correct. The Pauli's exclusion principle allows 2 electrons in an orbital with the same spin. No. It allows 2 electrons, but they should be of different spin. That I said, we don't have to focus on this. Right now? We have to focus that we should have 2 electrons with opposite spin. So option 1 is correct, 2 is correct, 3 is false. Which of the statement is correct? 1 and 2. Option A will be our correct answer. Which is the correct increasing order of energy for the following orbitals? 3s, 3p, 3d, 4s. You can check 3s, 3p, 3d, 4s. It will be 3 plus 0, 3 plus 1, 3 plus 2, 4 plus 0. This is least, so 3s. Then this and this are same. When n plus L was same, we will go for n. So after that 3p, after that 4s, after that 3d. The 3d, 4s, 3p and this option B is correct. Next question beta. What is the correct electronic configuration of copper? For copper, how many electrons we have? 29. So if I start filling, what I will do? 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s2, 3d9. This we will fill first, right? We are just following the rule, but this one was expected. What I had said, 1 electron from 4s will jump to 3d and it will become 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2, 3p6, 4s1, 3d10. This is our actual one. Now they have given in the form of noble gases. So what I will write? It will written as argon 4s1 3d10. This is same as that of option B. So it will be our correct answer. Now let's move to the next question. Which of the following statement is incorrect regarding electronic configuration? Again, the above principle states that electron occupy the lowest energy orbital first. They are just playing with the words. Question, we have above principle, that is electrons are filled from lower energy to higher energy. So this statement is correct. Hund's rule states that electrons pair up in an orbital before all are singly occupied. No. Now Hund's rule said electrons will be filled parallelly and then anti-parallelly. If I am saying electrons are filled anti-parallelly, that means now the electrons are getting paired. So first you will fill one electron and then you will pair it up. Right now? So according to Hund's rule, this statement goes wrong. Why? Because he said electrons will first be filled singly, then it will be paired up. Pauli's principle states that no two electrons can have all the four same quantum number. Yes, the original statement of Pauli's. 4s orbital is filled before 3d. Yes, for 3d we have 3 plus 2, 5. For 4s I have 4 plus 0, 4. So anyway this energy is lower, so 4s will be filled first, then we will go to 3d. Option D is correct. What they have asked? They have asked about the incorrect, so B will be our incorrect option. Let's move to the next one. Which of the following statement is correct? The d orbital can hold maximum of 14 electrons. No. D can have maximum how many electrons, beta? 10 electrons. Right now. And 14 electrons can be accommodated in F. So this one is incorrect. The s orbital has a dumbbell shape. No. S has a spherical shape. P has dumbbell shape. This one is incorrect. Electronic configuration of Mg plus 2 is same as that of neon. Mg is 12. So Mg plus 2, how many electrons we will have? 10 electrons. For neon, I have 10 electrons. Right now, even if we write the electronic configuration 1s2, 2s2, 2p6, 3s2. So this is same as the electronic configuration of neon, that you can also write it as. So if you are removing 2 electron, it will be coming out from 3s orbital and it will have same configuration as Ne. So this is correct. The p orbital can hold maximum 4 electron. How many it can hold? 2 electrons. So D is also incorrect. Option C will be our correct answer. Arrange the following orbital in the decreasing order of energy. What we have? We have 5d, we have 4f, we have 6p, we have 5p. What we will follow? We will just check n plus l rule. That means 5 plus 2. That means 4 plus 3. That means 6 plus 1. That means 5 plus 1. Lower the value of n, lower the energy. This value is 6. So 5p will be our least energy. Rest all are 7. If n plus l is 7, the lowest value of n will be highest, will be having least energy. So after 5p, what I will fill? 4f. After 4f, what I will fill? 5d. After 5d, what I will fill? 6p. So arrangement for filling of electron will be from 5p, then to 4f, then to 5d, then to 6p. So which one is correct? 5p at the least, then 4f, then 5d, then 6p. Option B will be our correct answer. Which is correct answer if n equals to 4, where n is the cell number, then the number of subcell and electron. Cell was a synonym for orbit. So n equals to 4. Matlab fourth orbit. What was our formula, beta? Maximum number of orbital possible will be n square, that is 16. In fourth orbit we can have maximum 16, that is 4s, 4p, 4d, 4f. Here I will have 1 orbital, here 3 orbital, here 5 orbital, here 7 orbital. All the possible value of ml. In total it will give you 16. So maximum number of orbital possible is 16. So maximum number of electron possible will be double of that, 32. So option A will be our first is subcell. First is subcell. Subcell is suborbit. This is our suborbit. Then the number of subcell and the electrons present in an atom. No, subcell should not be here. As per option, it should be orbital. Subcell word should not be here. This is incorrect. Because if we have subcell, then how many subcell we have? This is one subcell. This is one subcell. This is one subcell. This is one subcell. Subcell is represented by L, angular quantum number. So maximum number of subcell here is 4. Orbital is 16. So this word is misprinted over here. It will be orbitals. So maximum number of orbitals is 16, maximum number of electron is 32. If they are asking about subcell and electron, so answer will be 4, 32. That is not a part of our options. Okay? So rectify it. Question number 19. Which of the following subcells are present in an atom? Subcell. Subcell means value of L. Value of L can be 0, L can be 1, L can be 2, L can be 3. For L equal to 0, it is S. For it is P. For it is D. For it is F. So, option A is our correct answer. Okay. So, what happened? Okay, so we have completed this DPP part. So from the next class, you can also go for, I think, DPP 3 and 4 we have discussed, DPP 5. So you can also go with, I think, DPP 5. Let me check once if we have atomic structure. Okay, so DPP 5, we can also go for DPP 5. You can solve it. This will be your homework for. This will be your homework for next class. So in next class, we will be discussing DPP 5. And now, what we have to start after this? Let's have a brief what we should do after it. Now, as we have discussed atom, we discovered atom. Okay. So after we discovered atom, what we had to do, what it is made up of? First, though, we knew that it is made up of something. Then we discovered that. Then we started the arrangement, how they are arranged. That means now we have discussed about atoms, their arrangement. Now, after that, group of atoms will form elements, right? So now we have different type of element. Now what they started to study different elements. Now let's say if we have at any time we had 70, 80 elements. Right now we have more than 110. 70, 80 elements. So to study all of them was difficult. We have to study each one of them separately. So what was the need at that time? What was the need of the hour? It was that how can we group them into some method, group the elements in some method, so that by studying one, rest will be similar. Okay? Let's say I have grouped 5 elements over here. Grouped in such a way that all of them are similar in properties, physical, chemical. So if I study one of them, I can just guess about all of them. Right? So for that, we had to start periodic table. That is our next topic that we are going to discuss from the next class. So first we will discuss DPP 5 and then I will start with periodic table. So that's all for today. We are then going for a break. So this will be class break of 10 minutes. After that, we will resume with next subject. Bye everyone.
Dear students, good morning to all of you. Yesterday, many children have told me to teach instantaneous velocity and acceleration, which I have taught yesterday. They want in too much depth. Let me make it clear to you. This is only concept building class. We cannot teach in so much depth. When you'll be coming back here, we will be teaching you everything in too much depth. Reason is there. I will prove that reason now. Okay? Because you have told me to teach instantaneous velocity, so I will show you why I am telling you now. Because if you want to learn in physics anything in depth, you need differential calculus, integral calculus, maxima, minima, all advanced math you want. Okay? When you'll be coming here in the month of June, we will be first teaching you mathematical tools. In that part, near about 1 month time we are giving for that. So that when we'll be teaching you physics, don't think that these topics will not be taught to you. Again, we will start from the beginning and we will teach you everything in too much depth. But because you people have requested me, so let me again restart instantaneous velocity. Yeah, we are considering now instantaneous velocity. What it is? Okay, name itself says you it is velocity at a particular instant. Instant means at a specific time. Velocity of any particle at a particular instant means at a particular specific time, that will be known as instantaneous velocity. Now, the word is instant. What is the meaning of instant? Instant coffee? Instant noodles you people are eating? Can you prepare instant noodles or coffee just in 0 time? Not possible, na? Instant means a very, very small interval of time. How much small? Yeah? It should be 0, but not 0. In differential calculus, your teachers in math, as well as we people also in brief, we will teach you about it. If you take limit del t tends to 0, c equal to 0 and tending to 0, these two have different meaning. It is not equal to 0, but it is 0. Means it is tending to 0. Due to that reason, instantaneous velocity means velocity at a specific time. That time interval is not 0. Because if you take 0, then from the definition of velocity, what you have? Displacement by time. If time will become 0, then anything by 0 will become infinite. Then instantaneous velocity, that is velocity at a particular instant, will become infinite. Due to that reason, we are using basic concept of differential calculus. Your instantaneous velocity instantaneous, you will first take limit del t tends to 0 del x by del t. Means del t should be tending to 0. If I will take 0, this quantity will become infinite, which is not possible. I will take very, very small interval of time. How much small interval? That it is nearly 0. Right? Understanding now? Now, if suppose a particle is moving with uniform velocity, and let us plot a graph. I am taking a graph by taking time on x-axis and displacement on y-axis. If you are considering displacement 0 and uniform velocity, graph will be just a straight line. If a particle is moving with uniform velocity, then your instantaneous velocity and your velocity, standard velocity, these two will be same, equal. There will be no difference at all if particle is moving with uniform velocity. Equal displacement in equal interval of time, if you take, then your standard velocity, whatever you speak, and your velocity at a particular instant, these two will remain constant. For example, a particle is moving towards east with velocity 10 meters per second. Now, it is moving towards east with 10 meters per second. At any instant of time, its velocity will be 10 meters per second. Then instantaneous velocity and your velocity both are same. But suppose a particle is moving with non-uniform velocity. Means in equal interval of time, it has a different displacement. The graph may be anything. Same graph I am taking S versus T. If it is moving with non-uniform velocity, graph will be any graph it will be. Now, your instantaneous velocity, average velocity, or standard velocity all will differ. I have told you that if you take slope of displacement time graph, it gives you velocity. Means tan theta, angle with x-axis. So suppose I will take at this point velocity, instant velocity at this particular instant. Then here you take the tangent, its slope is different from tangent here. If you draw tangent here, this tangent will be different. The value of tan theta will be different. So when a particle moves with non-uniform velocity, your instantaneous velocity and average velocity, standard velocity, these will be different. Again, I say you, if a particle will have non-uniform velocity, right now, then instantaneous velocity, that is velocity at a specific time, it will differ. It will differ from time to time. Understanding now? Now, why I have told you that you'll be learning in more depth when you'll be coming back to us in the month of June. This is concept building course now. At this time, just basics of every unit we are teaching you. In our CBC books also you see, all these are not discussed. And don't think that when you are coming, we will not teach you these topics. We will start from the beginning again. But at that time, we will teach in more depth. And at that time, you will be near to us. And here, related to your academics, will take care just like your parents are taking care. No, like that in Resonance we are taking care. Anything you will not understand, we will explain you in too much depth. And now I'm showing you why I'm telling you this line. Let us take non-uniform velocity. Okay, it means that your displacement of particle will be a function of time. So, let us take x as a function of time. Why I have told you, you will understand now. Okay. If you take displacement as a function of time, some function you take, suppose I am taking x equal to 6t square plus 2t plus 4. Time is changing, displacement is changing. Okay? How much I have taken? You say x 6t square plus 2t plus 4. Now, take velocity. Now, you will have to take differentiation. Velocity is a differentiation of x with respect to time. From here, you will be thinking that why sir is telling that in the month of June, you will be understanding all these. Okay, in too much depth, you will be understanding at that time why. Now you see. So, v equal to dx by dt. The x they have given me, I am taking dx by dt beta. You know one formula, d by dx of x to the power n, this is nx n minus 1. Fundamental, basic, first formula of differential calculus. Okay, when you differentiate x to the power n with respect to x, you will have nx power n minus 1. So here, first I am differentiating 6, d by constant quantity will come out, t squared plus 2, differentiation of t plus d by dt of 4. Understanding me? Differentiation of constant is 0. So this quantity will become 0. Here it is 6. Check x to the power n, n is 2. So 2t to the power 2 minus 1 plus 2. Here power is 1. 1 t to the power 1 minus 1. I have used formula nx power n minus 1. How much you are getting? This is equal to v equal to dx by dt is velocity. You are getting 12t plus 2. T to the power 0 is 1. So, you got velocity equal to 12t plus 2. Understanding now? To understand this, you should know basics of differential calculus. Right? Now, v equal to 12t plus 2 we got. Let us take, we want to find instantaneous velocity sometime. Whatever time you want you take. Let us take t equal to 5 seconds. At t equal to 5 seconds, velocity at 5 seconds, instantaneous velocity, 12 into 5 plus 2, you got 62 meter per second if x is in meter and t in second. Clear to you? You are getting instantaneous velocity 62 meter per second. Okay? But if I want to calculate average velocity in 5 seconds, same 5 seconds, do you know average velocity is net displacement by total time taken. Total time taken is 5 seconds. Now, net displacement in 5 seconds, I will go for x equal to this. 5 seconds, how much it will be? Please check this. This will be, x will be equal to 6. 5 square is 25 plus 2 into 5 plus 4. How much you are getting? It is 150 plus 10 plus 4. Check. Again I say you. Displacement 6t squared. Same 5 second. 25. 2 into 5 plus 4. How much you got? 164. 150, 10, 160, 164 meter. Right. Now, average velocity. Average velocity, this will be net displacement. Net displacement is how much? 164. 164 by time. How much time you have? 5. How much you are getting? 5. 3 times 15, 1, 4. 2 times 10, 40, 32.8 meter per second. Check. 32.8 meter per second is average velocity in 5 seconds. But instantaneous velocity at 5 seconds is 62 meter per second, and both quantities are entirely different. The instantaneous velocity and your mean velocity will be same if particle is moving with uniform velocity. But if a particle has a non-uniform velocity, then at any specific time, you take two different time, your instantaneous velocity would differ. Average velocity or mean velocity and instantaneous velocity will not be same. Check this, I have shown you. But problem is, to understand it, we must know the basics of differential calculus. We have superb plan, our schedule, whatever we are making, no, with proper thinking we people are making. Right now, in physics schedule, when in the month of June you are coming, for 1 month we will be teaching you complete basic math. You tell, sir, in mathematics teacher will teach? No, yes, they will teach you. But integral calculus they are teaching in second year. Differential calculus, they have their own timetable. Na? They will have their own schedule. And we need all these things in the beginning. Just I have shown you the basics of kinematics. In the beginning of kinematics, we need differential calculus. Now you can think, why in CBC, in too much depth, we are not teaching it? Remember very first day, frame of reference, a bit in depth I have taught you. Then what was your reaction? Yesterday again, people have asked me, please teach in depth. Okay, whatever you have told, I just follow. Okay, whatever my children are telling, I just follow. For me, okay, whatever your requirement is there, that's supreme. In resonance, it is happening. We treat our children just as your parents are treating you. This is the difference between other places and our resonance. Okay, no? In a relaxed way, here you will be learning, and we will always be there to help you in learning any topic. It may be simple topic or difficult topic. Sometimes a child is asking me, sir, a very simple question I want to ask. Beta, nothing is simple, nothing is difficult. If you don't understand, it's difficult. Now you tell me, instantaneous velocity you understood. Same thing you have asked me for acceleration. Yeah? So, let me go for acceleration. Acceleration. I have given you very simple concept to you. Rate of change of velocity. Okay, no? Suppose a particle is moving along a straight line path. At any instant, it's t equal to 0 second, t equal to 0 second, suppose its velocity is u. and on this particle, in the same direction, a force is acting. In 9th or 10th, you have studied the cause of motion will be force. And according to Newton's first law, if you want to change velocity, you need to apply a net force on the body. So suppose you are applying a force, its velocity has changed in the same direction in time t from u to v. Then acceleration will become final velocity minus initial velocity by time. Are you understanding now? Rate of change of velocity. V minus u by t. Basic fundamental definition. But same acceleration, if you'll consider calculus, then we'll be writing it as dv by dt. At that time, I will teach you. Our all teachers in all the branches will teach you first calculus in physics, and then when they will come on to acceleration, they will be telling you about acceleration in terms of differential calculus. So it is dv by dt. And same dv by dt, beta, I will do like this, dv by dx. I am multiplying and dividing from quantity dx. And dx by dt is velocity. So you are getting a new formula. This is v. This will become v dv by dx. At this time, you check our CBC book. We don't have all these formulae, because to learn these formulae, again, same thing, we should know differentiation. Right now? At this time, we will not be considering this. These things are not written in our CBC book at all. For us, basic definition, acceleration is v minus u by t. Tell me, understanding now? Final velocity minus initial velocity by time. Clear to you now? Acceleration, again just like velocity, will be uniform acceleration and non-uniform acceleration. Mostly we deal with uniform acceleration in kinematics. Because to solve any problem related to non-uniform acceleration, again you need a differentiation integration. Understanding now? Yeah? Uniform acceleration will be that acceleration in which, in equal interval of time, change of velocity will be equal. There also you have told for uniform velocity, in same interval of time, displacement should be equal. Here, in equal interval of time, change of velocity should be equal. Then we say that particle moves with uniform acceleration. When you are understanding uniform acceleration, guaranteed you are understanding non-uniform acceleration. If in equal interval of time, if change of velocities are not equal, then you say that particle moves with non-uniform acceleration. Understanding? I will discuss in more detail. Let us take now graph by taking time on x-axis, but now on y-axis you take velocity. Velocity is going on increasing, then acceleration is uniform. You take the slope. I'm taking this tan theta. This will give you acceleration because it is change of velocity by time. Slope of velocity time graph will give you acceleration. Tell me, uniform acceleration is clear to you? Non-uniform acceleration is clear to you? These definitions will not consider now. In June when you come, we will teach you. At this time, simple basic definitions we are taking. A v minus u by t. We are considering uniform acceleration. In uniform acceleration, change of velocity in equal interval of time will be equal. Now, positive acceleration, okay, no, and negative acceleration. If suppose with time velocity of particle is going on increasing, you will consider acceleration to be positive. If continuously in a particular direction force is going on acting, if velocity of particle is going on increasing, actually the term acceleration we are using for positive acceleration. Negative acceleration is also called retardation. If with time velocity of particle is going on decreasing, suppose particle is going in positive x direction and you started applying force in negative x direction, what will happen? Velocity of particle will be going on decreasing. Then that will be your negative acceleration, or we will call it retardation. Tell me, did you understand? Now, basics of instantaneous velocity and acceleration I have explained to you. And repeatedly I am telling you, when you will come in the month of June, don't think that whatever I have taught or we are teaching you, at the time we will not teach you. We will again start from the beginning, but at the time in too much depth we will teach you these topics. And you will be along with us, no? Then and there you will be asking questions. Your each and every doubt will be clearing because you will be along with us. Understanding now? Yeah? Now, I'm going towards equations of motion. For solving problem, you need that. Okay, no? But if you want that, sir, one or two examples for acceleration you take, very simple. Suppose I have a ball, it is hitting ground with velocity 10 meter per second. 10, you take meter per second, and it is bouncing with velocity 5 meter per second. Right? Same thing you can say, suppose there is a wall, a ball has hit with 10 meter per second and it is returning back with 5 meter per second. If it is in contact with the ground or wall, you can take 1 second or 2 seconds. Let us take 2 seconds. So it is for 2 seconds. What will you say? Velocity has changed from 10 meter per second downward to 5 meter per second upward in 2 seconds. The acceleration will be how much? The final velocity is 5 upward minus initial velocity 10 downward divided by time 2. Now, this can be written as 5 upward minus of minus 10 upward. 10 downward, I can write as minus 10 upward. So this will become 5 plus 10 upward meter per second, and this is your 2 second. How much you are getting? 15 by 2 meter per second squared. So your acceleration becomes now 7.5 meter per second squared. You will be using this concept of acceleration in too much detail in equations of motion, because all the problems, whatever you will take, you will be considering in homework, on classwork, in all, we need basic fundamental equations of motion. Certainly in class 10th you have studied, we are just revising that. Basics. Okay? So now I'm going for next equations of motion. The equations of motion, you know already. Okay, no? 3 fundamental basic equations of motion you have. How to get that? You know, a particle at t equal to 0 second along positive x-axis, it moves with velocity u. And in time t, this velocity has changed from u to v. So here it is u, and at t second it has got velocity v. Same straight line path. Right? And just now I have taught you acceleration. So from the definition of acceleration, this is t by time. So it will be v minus u. Are you understanding? A equal to v minus u plus multiply v minus u equal to at. So v will be equal to u plus at. Slowly I am telling you. Every concept clearly I am telling you. But beta, still you will not understand, you ask from me. Already people are telling, right now? So I have taught you again instantaneous velocity, acceleration, everything now. The check, v equal to u plus at. Simple first equation of motion we have obtained from the definition of acceleration. Correct na? Of average velocity. If a particle moves with constant acceleration, uniform acceleration, then average velocity, your average velocity, this will be equal to initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. The average velocity is u plus v by 2. If a particle moves along a straight line path with constant acceleration, then mean velocity, average velocity is nothing. Initial plus final divided by 2. The initial velocity is u, final velocity is v, average velocity is u plus v by 2. Now, in time t, what will be displacement? Displacement equal to average velocity into time. Understanding me now? Your s equal to v mean into time. So, s will be equal to u plus v by 2 into t. Every step, slowly I am writing, you will be understanding clearly. Now, from first equation, get V. V is U plus AT. So what you are getting? S equal to U plus the value of V you are changing. V is how much? U plus AT by 2 into T. Understanding now? Now, this is equal to 2U, T take inside, T plus AT squared by 2. So, S will be equal to 2 you divide here. You are getting UT plus half AT squared. Understanding now? So how much you got? UT plus half AT squared. This is your second equation of motion. You will be using it for solving the problem. Understanding? Now, we are going for third equation of motion. Very simple. Physics is very, very simple. Okay, no. My philosophy is this only. If you understand anything, you just think, na, God had made human being and had given a very simple life to lead, philosophical line. Simple and happy life. But what we are doing, we ourselves are making our life complicated. Same thing, beta. Physics, laws of nature, created by God, how it will be difficult? It is also very, very simple. We students and teachers are making it complicated, beta. Ekdam physics is simple. Come near us, we will show you how much simple learning physics is, how much interesting it will be. And you know, it is one of the deciding subject. If you are joining IIT, what is IIT? It is nothing but learning of physics only. Different branches are nothing but different forms of energy. You take civil, mechanical, electrical energy, mechanical energy. That is also learning physics, na? Enjoy learning physics. And we will make learning physics here in Resonance that much enjoyable process. Come back. S UT plus half AT squared. Understanding? Now, we are going for third equation. Any doubt in this beta? Nothing I have done. I have taken average velocity and displacement equal to average velocity into time. And in this average velocity, the value of V I have taken from here and I have substituted. Clear na? And then simple calculation, 2 was there, cancelled. Here, it was there, half AT squared. Very important formula for solving problem. S equal to UT plus half AT squared. Perhaps in 9th or 10th you have studied it. Now, I'm going for third. That is also very, very simple, beta. You people are thinking that it is difficult, sir. Nothing is difficult. Now, again I go back to this equation. S equal to U plus V by 2 into T. This equation you see here. This is the equation, beta. Now, T from here you take. What will be T? T will be equal to, one more line. AT will be equal to V minus U. The T will be equal to V minus U by A. Yes, na? Now, substitute this value of T here. S equal to U plus V by 2 V minus U by A. Nothing. The value, see, in this derivation, I have substituted the value of V from here. And here, I have substituted value of T from this equation here. this value of t is here. Now, you can write it like this. Your S will be equal to, because V minus U is there, so V plus U by 2. One more line I should add you. Vector addition obeys commutative rule. A plus B will be equal to B plus A. In a very funny way, I say, a knife will fall on apple, or apple will fall on knife. Arey, apple will cut na. Add B to A, or add A to B, resultant will be same. When it will come near us, no? In vector chapter, again, I will derive and prove this. It is known as commutative rule. So, U plus V, I can write as V plus U. I have not used vector, because then again you will tell, sir, it is complicated. Ekdam simple language I have kept. U plus B, V plus U. Now, this is V plus U by 2, and this is V minus U by A. So, S becomes V square minus U square by 2A, V square minus U square 2AS, V square U square plus 2AS. Tell me, understood third equation? See here, V square equal to U square plus 2AS. These three are fundamental equations of motion. V equal to U plus AT first. Second, S equal to UT plus half AT square. Second, V square equal to U square plus 2AS third. For solving basic problems of kinematics without using calculus, you need these three fundamental equations of motion. For non-uniform motion, you need differentiation integration. So, these formulae you will be using only when body has uniform motion. Clear to you? One more equation is there, that is, what will be displacement or distance covered by particle at a specific time. Let us take nth second. Distance traveled by the particle at a particular time. So, three equations over. Now, I am going for fourth equation. In fourth equation, same it is, particle is moving along a straight line path, initial velocity is u, acceleration is a, and now t I am replacing by n. The distance traveled in nth second I want to find out. I want s at nth second. I will be taking symbol here as nth. How much distance particle had traveled? Distance and displacement equally, particle is moving along a straight line path and it is not returning back. So, distance traveled in nth second, nth, this will be equal to distance traveled in n second minus distance traveled in n minus 1 second. A laborer is there. Every day he is working. Suppose 10 days he has worked. And every day in the evening he is getting money for that day's work. That money he is bringing and keeping in a box. If I want to know on 10th day how much he has earned money, what will you do? In that box, total money which he has collected in 10 days, in that you will subtract whatever money he has earned in 9 days. the 10th day earning is equal to 10 days earning minus 9 days earning. So displacement of a particle in nth second is nothing but displacement or distance covered in n second minus distance covered in n minus 1 second. Clear? And we'll be using formula same, ut plus half at square, only t you are replacing from n. So Sn, I'm writing here, Snth means Snth. Sn, un plus half, ut plus half a n squared, ut plus half a t squared. Right now, just replace t from n. Minus u, t is now n minus 1 plus half a n minus 1 squared. Let it be here, un plus half an squared minus un minus u plus half a minus b squared, n squared plus 1 minus 2n. A minus b squared is a squared plus b squared minus 2ab, the minus 2ab. Close it. This is un plus half an squared minus un minus u, bracket, plus half an squared plus a by 2 minus half a into 2n, 2 cancelled. Clear to you now? So this is equal to un plus half an squared, break, minus un plus u minus half an squared minus a by 2 plus an. Check every step. Now un is cancelled. Half an squared is cancelled. How much you are getting? Equal to, here is u minus a by 2 plus an. Okay, no? Now you can write it as u plus an minus a by 2. This will be u plus a by 2, 2n minus 1. I have taken from this part common quantity a by 2. When you take a by 2, then you will have to keep here 2n, and here a by 2 you have taken out. 1 will be left. Snth, that is displacement at nth second. This is also very famous formula. U plus a by 2, 2n minus 1. Understanding now? Every step, copy it. In simple language, every step I have shown to you. This is the fourth equation, and it is very, very useful for you. The 4 equations I have told you. V equal to u plus at, s equal to ut plus half at squared, v squared equal to u squared plus 2as, and distance traveled in nth second, u plus a by 2, 2n minus 1. Tell me, did you understand? Please copy it, Clearly, here, once long ago in IIT, they had asked, dimensionally, I will be teaching you units and dimensions in that. This one, a bit it appeared that dimensionally it is not correct. For example, you go back to this, u plus an minus a by 2. As nth, distance travel in 1 second. If you take dimension beta, it will be LT minus 1. Okay, later on we'll teach you. Here it is LT minus 1. Here it is LT minus 2 into T LT minus 1. But children will think here it is A by 2. Okay, no, A by 2 they think LT minus 2. So dimensionally it is a wrong formula. No, dimensionally also it is correct formula. Why? Because if you come for here, in vector addition or subtraction, similar vector quantities can be added or subtracted. So this 1 is not a number. It is time, 1 second. So this is in second, this is in second. So here it is LT minus 2 into 1 second. The LT minus 2 into T, it will become LT minus 1. In IIT Advanced, they had asked. Dimensionally, it is wrong or right. Dimensionally, also this formula is right. I hope all these 4 equations of motion, I have told you slowly. And every step I have written on the board. I think you understood. Still, if you didn't understand any step, you can ask me. Right? Now, I'm going for classwork. Yeah? See, in front of you, first problem is coming. A train is starting from a railway station and moving with uniform acceleration, it attains a speed of 40 km per hour in 10 minutes. Its acceleration is. Train is starting from a railway station. What do you mean by that? Train has started from rest. So my initial velocity is 0. And final velocity, they have given you 40 km per hour. Very simple trick I am giving you to convert kilometer per hour into meter per second. This 40 is there, na? Multiply by 5 by 18, yeah, it will become meter per second. Or simple technique you apply. Just you see, 1 kilometer by 1 hour. How much? 1000 meter by 60 into 60 second. In 1 hour, 60 minutes. In 1 minute, 60 seconds. So now, 1 0, 1 0, 2 0 cancel. How much you got? 10 by 36 meter by second. 2 times 5, 36 is 18. So 1 kilometer per hour is 5 by 18 meter per second. Understanding now? Then remember it. Many problems will be there where they will give you velocity in kilometer per hour and you need to convert in SI in meter per second. Simply multiply by 5 by 18. Clear? So here, this is 45 by 18. 2 times 2, 9, 2, 20. This will become 100 by 9 meter per second. Right? Now, they are asking you acceleration. You know that It is v minus u by t. Clear? And you check here, it is all answers are in second squared. So you cannot take time in minute. You will have to take time in second. So 10 minute, that one also separately we will write. 10 minute, this will be equal to 600 second. So you have 100 by 9 minus 0 by 600, this much meter per second. Clear to you? Understanding? Now, how much it is? 100 by 9 into 600. So, this will become 2 zeros, 2 0, 1 by 54 meter per second. But answer is per second squared. Per second, and here also second is there. Okay. So 1 by 54 answer is not there, and answer is also in centimeter. So what I will do, this 1 meter I will convert into centimeter. 100 by 54 centimeter per second squared. Right? Answer is also in that. It will be 1.85 nearly 1.85 centimeter per second squared. Clear to you? Nearly. If you check, no need to do. 18.5 ruled out. 1.85 ruled out. 18.5 ruled out. No need to divide. Directly only one answer is left. And none is not there. 0 is not there. Answer will be 1.85 centimeter per second squared. Clear to you? Now, I move to next problem. The brakes applied to a car produce a negative acceleration. Negative acceleration means retardation, beta. A equal to minus 6 meter per second squared. If the car stops after 2 seconds, the final velocity is 0. Time they have given me 2 seconds. The initial velocity of the car is, check, A given, V given, T given, and they are asking you U. How much U? Right? Which one you will use? V equal to U plus AT. So V, 0. U, they are asking you. A, minus 6. T, 2. U equal to 12 meter per second. Check the solution. Class work, problem number 2. Understanding no or not understanding? Simple. First equation you have used, V equal to U plus AT. Only the thing is, here you have retardation, negative acceleration, right? No. So minus I have taken. At the place of plus A, I have taken minus A. Let us move now to next problem. The velocity of a bullet is reduced from 200 meter per second to 100 meter per second while traveling through a wooden block of thickness 10 centimeter. So I have a wooden block. Its thickness is 10 centimeter. Initial velocity when bullet is hitting here, so you know it is U. How much? 200 meter per second. And when it is traveling, wood will oppose the motion. It will exert a force. Motion will be retarded. Its velocity while passing from here, when it is coming out by traveling that much, this velocity has changed from 200 meter per second to 100 meter per second. The retardation assuming to be uniform, they are asking you retardation. You will be using the third equation. VA square, UA square, retardation is there beta, minus 2AS. What they are asking you? They are asking you retardation. Means if I take magnitude, already minus sign I have taken for retardation, you will have to find the value of A. So here U is there, V is there, and this one is 0.1 meter. Everything in SI you take. Distance you are taking in meter, time you are taking in second. So you will have now VA squared minus UA squared. Okay, now if you take this one, the minus will be there. The better 2AS you take here. Okay, no. If you take 2AS, so 2AS will be UA squared minus VA squared. A will be UA squared minus VA squared by 2S. Clear to you? Now, UA squared is 200S squared. 200S squared. VA squared 100S squared. Both in meter per second. By 2S, 2 into 0.1. A square minus B square formula better you take na. So 200 plus 100, 300. 200 minus 100 is 100. It is 100 by 2. And this 0.1 is there. Take it up. 10. How much you are getting? 2. You take it 5. So, how much you got? 15. 10 to the power. You just check here. 5 into 3. It is 15. 10 to the power 1, 2, 3, 4. 10 to the power 4 meter per second squared. They are asking you retardation. So when bullet is passing through wooden block, after traveling 10 centimeter, when velocity has decreased from 200 meter per second to 100 meter per second, retardation is 15 into 10 to the power 4 meter per second squared. Tell me, did you understand? If you understood this, then we'll go to next question. This is worksheet number 5 now. Okay, a bullet going with a speed of 350 meter per second enters a concrete wall and penetrates a distance of 5 centimeter before coming to rest. Similar kind of problem it is. There, velocity was decreasing. Here, velocity completely becomes 0. So here, its initial velocity 350 meter per second. Enters a concrete wall, penetrates a distance as 5 10 to the power minus 2 meter. Final velocity penetrates a distance of 5 centimeter and it comes to rest, v equal to 0. They are asking you retardation. Same way beta, va square equal to ua square minus 2as. v 0, ua square 350 square minus 2. A, S is 5 10 to the power minus 2. 2as 2as 5 10 to the power minus 2. You can write it as 5 into 2, 10. So 10 into 10 to the power minus 2a. And this is equal to 350 squared. Computation you can do now. This will become 350 squared, and it is 10 to the power minus 1. 10 to the power minus 1 is 0.1 divided by 0.1. 0.1, you can take it as 35 squared, 10 squared, and 110 here. This 35 squared, you can easily multiply 35 into 35. 35, 35. 3, 0. Okay, no? So you have 5, 12, 2, 1. 1, 2, 2, 5. Please check it. 1, 2, 2, 5. So you will have 1, 2, 2, 5 into 10 to the power 3 meter per second squared. Retardation. If you want, you can take it as 1.225 10 to the power 6 meter per second squared. Clear to you? Now, let us move to next question. A particle starts its motion from rest under the action of a constant force. From rest means initial velocity is 0. If the distance covered in first 10 seconds, it is covering u is 0 s1 in 10 seconds. And that covered in first 20 seconds is s2. Check here, in first 10 seconds is s1, and that covered in first 20 seconds. Now from here till here, this is s1. And now you take 20 seconds, okay, it is s2. So from here it is s2. They are asking you relation between s1 and s2. The important thing is this word first 20 seconds. You will have to understand that 10 seconds they have taken, and then afterwards 20 seconds they are considering, or they have taken first 10 seconds and again from the beginning to last they have taken 20 seconds. And particle is starting from rest, and it is under the action of constant force. Constant force means acceleration is constant. Yeah. So S1 will be equal to half a t square. T square is 10 square beta. S1 is half a 10 square. And now they are telling you that covered in first 20 seconds. Important thing is word first 20 seconds. Again, initial velocity is 0. S2 will be equal to half a, and this will become beta 20 square. Clear? What you do, take this ratio. I have taken ratio beta. Then half cancel, a cancel. This is 100 and 20 square is 400. Okay. This is equal to 1 by 4. Clear to you? You got 1 by 4. So you have cross multiplication, means S1 by S2, you got 1 by 4. How much you are getting? S2 equal to 4S1. Here you have S2 equal to 4S1. Answer will be D. But the same question, that word first you remove, and then you take first 10 second, and then in 20 second, it travels distance as 2, answer will be different then. You'll tell, sir, how much will be? Then your total time you have to take in 30 seconds, and then you'll have to take S1 plus S2. Then S1 plus S2 will become half a 30 S squared. And then you'll be taking the ratio. Understanding me now? Here, question was very simple. First 10 second, first 20 second. Simply I have taken ut plus half at a squared, u is 0. Clear? Simple half at a square. In that half a constant, you can take also like that, s is proportional to t squared. Directly also we can solve it. Did you understand? Okay? So, I'm keeping till here. Only this much time is allotted to me. I'll continue from here solving problems now on equations of motion. Okay? Whatever our CBC book is there, in that class work and homework both tomorrow to Saturday, next whenever my class will be there, I'll continue. Thank you for today. Have a nice day. You'll have a break for 10 minutes. After that, your math class will start. Thank you again. दूर आ गए
Good morning, students. So today is the fourth day, no, I think fifth day of the CBC 2, and I've given you some homework from yesterday, I think on cyclicity and ratio and proportion. So I'll be discussing that, and then we'll be starting a new chapter today, which is quadratic equation. Okay, so we'll be going to the new chapter later. First, we'll discuss the questions. Okay. Alright, so what it is saying, the value of x satisfying the equation 6x plus 2a plus 3b plus c upon this is equal to 2x plus 6a plus b plus 3c. Okay, so if you can see here, this same thing, right, we have added in numerator and same thing we have subtracted in denominator. Here also, if I see the same thing is following this side also. Am I clear? Right? So what I'll do, it is a clear case of what? C and D. Right? It is a clear case of C and D. And this expression we have got on applying C and D on what expression? Cx plus 2a, right? Cx plus 2a upon 3b plus c, right? And this side, it will be 2x plus 6a, right? 2x plus 6a upon b plus 3c, right? B plus 3c. Now just if I want to find out the value of x, what I'll do, I'll just cross multiply. If I cross multiply, I'll be having 6xb, right? Sorry, we'll be having 6x plus 2a into b plus 3c is equal to 2x plus 6a, right, upon 3b into 3b plus c, right? So if I expand this, what will I get? I'll get 6bx, right, plus 18cx, okay? And then I'll be having plus 2ab and plus 6ac, right, on the left side. And on the right side, what I'll be having? On the right side, again I'll be having 2x into 3b is 6bx, right? 2x into c is 2cx, right? And 6a into 3b is 18ab, right? 18ab, and then 6a into c is what? 6ac, right? 6ac. Now something is getting cancelling out, so 6ac and 6ac is getting cancelled, right? Also 6bx and 6bx is getting cancelled, right? Now this 2cx I will send that side, and this 2ab I will bring this side, right? So what I'll have? I'll have 18cx minus 2cx is equal to 18ab, right, minus 2ab, right? 18ab minus 2ab, all right? So from here I can say that 16cx is equal to 16ab. 16 cancel, so x will be just equal to ab upon c, right? X will be equal to what? ab upon c, which is option A. Okay, I hope this question is clear to everyone. Okay, next what they have said, if 3x is equal to 4y, then find the value of x plus y upon x minus y. So they have given us 3x equal to 4y. So can I say x upon y is equal to 4 by 3, right? To get x plus y upon x minus y, what they must have done? They must have applied c and d, right? If I apply c and d, I'll be getting x plus y upon x minus y is equal to 4 plus 3 upon 4 minus 3, right? 4 plus 3 upon 4 minus 3, which will be how much? I'll be getting 7 upon 1. So the answer is what? 7. Right? The answer will be what? 7. Then the next question, if x cube plus x square plus x plus 1 upon x cube minus x square plus x minus 1 equal to x square plus, okay, again this is a clear case of C and D. How I'll write it? I'll show you. See, I will write it to be in this way, x cube plus x square, or rather plus x, right? X cube plus x square plus 1, okay, and denominator also x cube plus x minus of x square plus 1. Okay, this side it will be what? X square plus 1 plus x upon x square plus 1 minus x, right? Now if I see, this same thing is added and subtracted in numerator and denominator, and this is also the same thing here. No, this is the same thing and this also the same thing, right? So if I apply C and D, right, on applying C and D, what I must be getting? I must be getting x cube plus x upon x square plus 1 will be equivalent to x square plus 1 upon x, right, upon x. So what we need, the number of real values of x. Okay, if I take x common out of this, so I'll be getting x into x square plus 1 upon x square plus 1. So this and this will getting cancelled, right? And here also, if I split this, I'll be getting x plus 1 by x, right? So again, x and x will be cancelling out. So what I'll be getting? I'll be getting 1 by x is equal to 1. It means x is equal to 1. So the number of real values of x is how many? 1. Right? The number of real values of x is are how many? No, wait a minute. I think we have x into x square plus 1, right? So this will be becoming 0 equal to 1 by x. Okay, 0 equal to 1 by x. If it is 0 equal to 1 by x, there will be no real values of x. So answer should be A. Okay, and not this. Alright, fourth question. This is the question based on cyclicity. So yesterday we have learned the cyclicity of 7 and 3, right? And both the 7 and 3 numbers have cyclicity of what? They have cyclicity of 4, right? So we need to check whether 95 and 58 are what kind of number, right? So if I 95, if I divide with 4, I'll be getting remainder as 3. 95 on divided by 4, I'll be getting remainder as 3 because it is 92 plus 3. Okay. And same logically, if I divide 58 with 4, I'll get remainder as what? 2. Right. So can I say 95 is 4k plus 3 type number and 58 is 4k plus 2 type number, right? 4k plus 2 type number. All right. So if 95 is 4k plus 3 and 58 is 4k plus 2, then what is 7 to the power 95 and 3 to the power 58? So 7 to the power 4k plus 3 will be having the same digit as 7 cube, right? And 7 cube has what kind of digit at the end? It has 3, right? This must be having what? 3. And 3 to the power 2 will be having 9, right? This must be having what? 9 at the unit place. So if I subtract some number at the end 3 with some number at the end 9, right? So what I'll be getting, because I'm subtracting 7 to the power 95 minus 3 to the power 58, right? So what I'll be having 13 minus 9. So the remainder will be what? The remainder or the unit digit will be how much? 4. So the answer is what? B. Understood? Alright, next question. If n is equal to 67, then the unit digit of 3 to the power n plus 2 to the power n equal to what? So this is a similar kind of question, just there in this case they have added, right? And n they have kept fixed for both of them. So again, if I divide 67 with 4, what kind of number is 67? Right? 67 is what kind of number? 67 when I divide by 4, I'll be giving me remainder as what? 3. So it means 67 is 4k plus 3 type number, right? So 3 to the power 4k plus 3 will have 7 at the unit place, and 2 to the power 4k plus 3 will have 8 at the unit place, right? So what this number will be looking like? This number will be some number at the end 7 and some number at the end 8. If I add these two numbers, 7 plus 8 will be 5. Right? So at the unit digit, what number will be coming? At the unit digit, 5 will be coming. Alright? 5 will be coming. Okay, I hope this is clear. This and the previous question was similar type. The only difference was what? That there was subtraction, and the earlier case, this case it is what? Addition. Okay. Next, the last digit of 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube plus 10 cube. Okay, so 1 cube will give me, say 1 cube will give me what? 1 at the unit place. 2 cube will give me what? 8 at the unit place. 3 cube will give me what? What at the unit place it will come? It will be 7, right? Then 4 cube will be giving me 4 at the unit place. 5 cube will be giving me what? What will be coming at the unit place? 5, right? 6 cube will also giving me 6, right? 7 cube we just now saw, right? 7 cube, it will be giving me 3 at the unit place. Okay, 8 cube, 8 had a cyclicity of what? 8 square is 64, 64 times 8 is 2. So you will be having 2 at the unit place. Okay, then 9 cube will be having 9 at the unit place, and 10 cube will be having 0 at the unit place. Correct? So if I add all these numbers, let's see what kind of number do I get, right? Because they will be having this at the unit place. All right. So if I add 1 plus 8, 9, 9 plus 7, 16, right? 16 plus 4 is 20, 20 plus 5 is 25. Okay. And here, so this sum is how much? 25. Okay. Here 6 plus 3 is 9, 9 plus 2 is 11, 11 plus what it is? 9, right? It is 20, and 20, this is how much? 0. Okay, so their sum is how much? 20, right? Their sum is how much? 20. So the total sum will be how much? 45. So the unit digit is what? 45. At the end, it will be what? 45, right? If it is 45, then I can say its power anything will be giving me what? 5 at the unit place. What it will be giving me? 5 at the unit place. Okay, I hope it is clear to everyone, right? There is one more way of doing this question. What is the way? For this, you should know what is the sum of cube of n natural number, right? Sum of cube of n natural number. So if I do that, if you know the formula, it is n into n plus 1 by 2 whole square, right? Those who know this formula, those who don't know, it's fine. You can do it from here also, right? So if I do this, n is how much in our case? 10. So it will be 10 into 11 by 2. So it will be 5 and 5 square. Again, so it is 55 square to the power 64. And 5 is have a cyclicity of what? 1. It means 5 to the power anything will give me what? 5 at the unit place. Understood? So the answer is what? 5. Okay, 7th. The sum of the unit digit of the number 2 to the power 2006 and 5 to the power 2007. So 5 to the power 2007 will always have 5 at the unit place, right? Because we are only looking for the unit digit. What about 2 to the power 2006? So for 2, I need to see what is 06 kind of a number, right? Because when I divide it with 4, I just need to see the last 2 digits. So 06 will be of what type? It is of the type 4k plus 2, right? And 2 to the power 4k plus 2 will have 4 at the unit place, right? It will have 4 at the unit place. So 4 and 5, right? So 4 plus 5, because we want sum. So 4 plus 5 will be how much? 9. So the answer will be what? B, right? They will be having what? 9 at the unit place. If I add the sum, they will be having 9 at the unit place. Okay, next. What is the last digit of the number equal to the sum of 1 plus 6 square? Now this is a very interesting question. 1 plus 6 square and so on till 6 to the power 100. Now currently you don't know this, but it is a GP, right? This is actually what? GP. Okay. Now what is a GP is not a part of right now, but when we are going to learn sequence series separate, that time we'll understand what is the meaning of GP. Okay. So I'll give you a brief idea about what GP is. GP is when any term divided by its previous term gives me the same constant ratio. Right? When any terms divided by its previous terms give me the same constant ratio, then we say it's what? GP. So here if I divide 6 with 1, I'm going to get 6. If I divide 6 square with 6, I'll get what? 6. So whenever we divide any term of a sequence with its previous term and I am getting the same constant ratio, then we say it is what? Geometric progression. But anyway, we don't need this information to solve this question. Without this information also we can solve this question, right? How we can solve? Let's understand. See, 6 will have 6 at the unit place. 6 square will also have 6 at the unit place, right? Like that, 6 to the power 100 will also have 6 at the unit place, because the cyclicity of 6 is how much? It's 1, right? So that's why it will always have 6 at the unit place at all the numbers. Only this 1 will be different, right? This 1 will be what? Different, right? So at the unit place, how many 6 will be coming? Total number of terms, it will be equal to what? Total number of terms. And total number of terms are how many? There are 100 terms, because it is going from 6 to the power 1 to 6 to the power 100. So 6 will be coming at the unit place how many times? 100 times, right? So we need to add 600 times. It means basically I will multiply 6 with 100. So I'll be getting 600, right? So at the unit place from 6 to 6 to the power 100, what will be the number, right? At the unit place from 6 to 6 to the power 100 will be what? 0. At the unit place I'm talking about. We don't know anything about what will be then the tens place, but we are interested in what? We are interested in the unit place. It will be what? 0. And 0 plus 1 will always give me what? 1. Right? 0 plus 1 will always give me what? 1. So that is the answer for this question. Okay. Now, next. Consider this. I think this question will be based on divisibility, right? That time we have learned about divisibility. So what is divisibility? Let's understand. Consider a number n equal to 21p 5 3 q 4 number of ordered pair p comma q, so that the number n is divisible by what? 9. The number n is divisible by 9. So what is the divisibility test of 9? Yesterday I told you the divisibility test of 9, right? So the divisibility test of 9 is that the sum of the digits, sum of all the digits should be divisible by what? It should be divisible by 9. So if I add the digits, what are the digits? 2 plus 1 plus p plus 5 plus 3 plus q plus 4, right? It should be divisible by 9, or I can say it should be of the type 9k. Right? It should be of the type 9k. Now let's see what is the sum, right? So it is 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 8 is how much? 11, right? And 11 plus 5 is how much? 11 plus 5 is how much? 18. No, wait. 2 plus 1 is 3, 3 plus 8 is 11, and 11 plus 4 is 15. So I can get p plus q plus 15 is equal to 9k, right? So I can say p plus q will be equal to what? 9k minus 15, right? P plus q will be equal to 9k minus 15. Now, k can be any number, right? But since p and q are at the digits place, I can say the minimum value of p will be 0 and the maximum value of p will be what? 9. Same logic goes for q also, that the minimum value will be 0 and the maximum value will be what? 9, right? So p plus q can have minimum value as 0 and the maximum value as what? 18. The maximum value of p plus q is what? 18. So what kind of k I will choose so that the maximum value should not be more than 18. So if I choose k equal to 1. If I choose k equal to 1, this will be coming 9 minus 15, right? Which is minus 6. So k can't be equal to, p plus q can't be equal to minus 6 because it has to be greater than 0, right? So now if I choose k equal to 2, then what I will be getting? I will be getting 18 minus 15, which is 3, right? 18 minus 15 is equal to what? 3. So for this case, I will be having p plus q as what? 3. Now 3 is a possibility because we have got p plus q should be between 0 and 18, right? So p plus q 3 will be in what ways? So 0 comma 3, right? Then 1 comma 2, then 2 comma 1, and then 3 comma 0. So for k equal to 3, we have 4 ordered pair. How many ordered pair we are having? For k equal to 2, we are having 4 ordered pair. Similarly, if I check for k is equal to 3, right? K equal to 3. Now, if I check for k equal to 3, it will become 27. 27 minus 15 will be how much? 27 minus 15 will be 12, right? So, I will be having p plus q as 12. Okay, now 12 can come in how many ways? 12, the sum of two numbers can be becoming 12 in how many ways? I will be having in 12 comma 0, right? 1 comma 1, see, 12 comma 0, can it be, is it possible? 12 comma 0? No, because p and q both can't be more than 9, right? So this is not possible, right? 11 comma 1 is also not possible. So directly we will start from where? We will start from 9, right? When p is 9, because that is the maximum value. When p is 9, q will be how much? 3. Then when p is 8, q will be how much? 4. Then 7 comma 5. Then 6 comma 6, right? And their reverse will also be possible. So it will be 6 comma 6 and then 3 comma 9, 4 comma 8 and 5 comma 7. So these are how many values? These are how many ordered pairs are there here? There are 7 ordered pair. So 7 plus 4 will be how much? 11. 7 plus 4 will be how much? 11. So that should be the answer. Why? Because somebody will say, sir, why are you not taking more than more value of k, right? You can take k equal to 4 also. Yeah, I can take k equal to 4. But the issue is 9 into 4, right? 9 into 4 will be 36. And 36 minus 15 will be 21, which is not possible, right? P plus q has to be less than 18. That is why it cannot be more than 18. Understood? So that's why 21 has to be rejected, and 21 has to be rejected means what? I have to actually reject the value of k on which I am getting 21, and that value of k is how much? 4. Understood? Okay, this was the 9th question. Okay, so the answer is what? 11. Then the next question we'll see. Which of the following number is divisible by 99, right? Now if you factorize 99, 99 is actually 9 into 11, right? Just like for 6, I told you the number should be both divisible by 2 and 3. They are prime factors. Okay. Similarly, this number, which will be divisible by both 9 and 11, will be divisible by 99. So I need to check. For 11, if you remember the test, 9 to just I showed you, but for 11, I show you the test. The sum of the numbers at the odd place and at the even place should be the difference of the sum of the numbers at the odd and the even place should be either 0 or divisible by 11, right? So you can check it. See, 3 plus 7 is 10, 10 plus 4 is 10 plus 4 is 14, 14 plus 4 is 18, right? And if I do this 5 plus 2 is what? 7. Right, and 7 plus 0 is how much? 7 only. So from here odd digit is coming to be 18 and this is 7. So yes, it is divisible by 11 because 18 minus 7 is 11, right? So it is divisible by 11. But what about 9? So to check whether it is divisible by 9, I will add all the digits, right? So I'll add all the digits, matlab what? 18 plus 7, right? I'll add all the odd and even both digits. So I got 18 plus 7, which will be how much? 25. But 25 is not divisible by 9. That's why this number is divisible by 11 but not 9. Understood? Okay, let's check for the B part. So 1 plus 5, 6, 6 plus 9, 15, right? So this is giving me 15. Okay, and 3 plus 7 is 10, 10 plus 2 is 12. Right, 15 minus 12 is 3, which is again not divisible by 11 only. So this number is anyway not divisible by 11. Let's come to C part. In C, if I see 9 plus 3 is 12, 12 plus 6 is 18, right? And then 1 plus 4 plus 4, this is how much? 9, right? This is how much? 9. So 9 minus 18, okay, again it is not divisible by what? 11. Okay, now only the last number remains. Let's check for the last number, right? So if I add 1 plus 4 plus 4, it is how much? 9. and 1 plus 3 plus 3. It is also how much? 9. Right? 9 minus 9 is how much? 0. Right? The sum, the difference of the sum of odd digits and the even digit should be either 0 or divisible by 11. So it is satisfying 0. So it means it is divisible by 11. Now, if I add all the digits, I'll be getting 18 because 9, this time I'll have to do 9 plus 9. So I'll be getting what? 18. Okay. And 18 is divisible by 9. Right? That's why it is divisible by 9 also. Understood? So this number is divisible by 9 and 11 both. So answer is what? D. D for Delhi. Okay. I hope this is clear to everyone. Now 11th. 11th, what they are saying? If a square minus b square equal to 13, where a and b are natural number, then the value of a is equal to what? Right? A is equal to what? So I need to see what value of a will satisfy this equation. But a and b are both natural number. So see, I can factorize into what? A minus b into a plus b is equal to what? 13 into 1. Right? 13 into 1. So from here I can say that either a minus b equal to 13 and a plus b equal to 1, or second possibility is that a minus b equal to 1 and a plus b is equal to 13. Right? In any of the case, if I add them, 2a will be equal to what? 2a will be equal to 14. So a will be equal to 7. Right? Here also if I add them, 2a will be equal to what? 14. It means a will be equal to what? 7. Understood? So in any of the case, a value will remain same and it is how much? 7. And it's a natural number also. So it is satisfying the given condition. Okay. Next. Find the HCF of 6 by 5, 4 by 15 and 2 by 5. So the formula for HCF of fraction is equal to HCF of numerator, right? HCF of numerator upon LCM of denominator, right? HCF of numerator upon LCM of denominator. So what is the HCF of numerator? 6, 4, 2. HCF is how much? 2, right? And LCM of denominator will be how much? 5, 15, 5. It is how much? 15. So the answer is what? B. If you just know this formula, you will get the answer. Understood? So this is the answer for 12th. 13th. The smallest number which should be added to the number 803462 so that it is divisible by 11. The smallest number it should be added so that it is divisible by 11. Again 11 is coming. So we all know we need to check the even digit and odd digit. Right? So it is 8 plus 3 plus 4. 8 plus 3 plus 4 is going to give me how much? 11 plus 4, 15, right? And if I just add the unit digits, so 0 plus 6 plus 2. 0 plus 6 plus 2 will give me what? It will give me 8. This will give me what? 15. Okay. So the smallest number which will be added in this so that this is divisible by 11. Now for 11, either 8 should plus some number should become 15. Right? So I can say k will be equal to what? 7. Right? So 7 should be added, right, with 2 so that this number is divisible by what? 11. Okay. Next. The value of the digit d for which the number 456d is divisible by 18. Right? It is divisible by 18. So the number is what? D456D. Okay. Now again 18 is what? It is 2 into 9. It is 2 into 9. So if it has to be divisible by both 2 and 9, right? If it is divisible by 2, it means that this number is going to be an even number. Right? This number is going to be an even number. And its sum should be also divisible by what? 9. Okay. So I can say that 2d plus 4 plus 5 plus 6 plus d should be equal to 9k, right? So I can say 2d plus this is 9 plus this is 15 is equal to 9k, right? and the values of d, which I need to check, is going to be an even number. So it will be either 4 or 6, right? So let's check for 4. If I check for 4, I am getting how much? If I check for 4, it will be here 2 into 4, which is 8. 8 plus 15, right? 8 plus 15 is going to be how much? 23. 23 is not equal to 9k, right? So this is the wrong answer. 4 is wrong, right? But if I check for d is equal to 6, then 12 plus 15, which is 27, right? Which is equal to 9k type number, right? 27, which is equal to 9k type number. So the answer should be what? C, right? The answer of this question will be how much? C. Okay, now let's go to the next question. When a number is divided by 84, it gives 27 as the remainder. If the same number is divided by 6, then the remainder is what? Any number divided by 84 will be of what type? 84k, right, plus 27, because this is a quotient divisor. This is the divisor. This is quotient plus remainder. So the number is of this type, right? Now, if I am dividing the same number, that is n, with 6, right? So what will happen if I divide n with 6, right? Which will be 84k plus 27 divided by 6, which will be 84k divided by 6 plus 27 by 6, right? Now 6 and this will be properly divisible, so I'll be getting here 14k, right? It means it will be giving me no remainder, and 27 and 6, when I divide, I'll be getting remainder as what? 3. So the answer is what? D, right? The answer for this question is what? D. So these are the discussion of all the questions I have given you yesterday. Now I'll be starting with a new chapter. I hope all the doubts are clear. If your doubts are not clear, then you can visit the nearby center, okay? And there will be faculties available from 2 to 5, and you can discuss the doubt with them personally also, whatever we have done in the class, okay? He will definitely explain you how to solve this. All right. Now let's go to the next topic, which is a new topic. Interesting topic, which I guess all of you must have learned in your 10th standard, which is a topic quadratic equation, right? Quadratic equation, right? Quadratic equation. Now this is a very interesting topic, all right? So we'll start with the first point in this case, that we all know what is a quadratic polynomial. In the topic polynomial in number system, we have understood about quadratic polynomial, right? What is a quadratic polynomial? Quadratic polynomial is what? P of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, right? P of x is equal to ax square plus bx plus c, where a will not be equal to 0. This is actually a meaning of what? Quadratic polynomial. Or we can also say, if we just write this much, ax square plus bx plus c, then it means what? It's an expression. Okay, but right now we are just understanding what is a quadratic polynomial. So this is a quadratic polynomial. Always remember, it is not a quadratic equation, right? Then what does quadratic equation means, right? What does quadratic equation means, right? Quadratic equation means if I equate this polynomial ax square plus bx plus c with 0, right, where a cannot be equal to 0, where a cannot be equal to 0, this thing is known as what? Quadratic equation. Whenever it is equal to 0, this thing will be equal to what? Quadratic equation. So remember the word equation and the difference between the equation and the polynomial, right? I hope the difference is clear. Quadratic polynomial and quadratic equation. All right, so this was the first difference about quadratic polynomial and quadratic equation. Second thing is what? Okay, this was quadratic polynomial and quadratic equation. Now, we'll understand what is the difference between, right? What is the difference between quadratic equation, right, and identity. right? Identity. Now what does identity means, right? Identity means it will be always true for all values of x. Okay, all values of x. For example, if I write in this way, x plus 1 whole square is equal to x square plus 2x, x square plus 2x plus 1, right? X square plus 2x plus 1. Now whatever be the value of x, x can be 0, 1, -1, 2, any value of x, this thing will be true, right? Both LHS will be equal to RHS. Any value of x, this thing will be equal to LHS will be equal to RHS, right? But whereas in quadratic equation, right, suppose if I write like this, x square plus 3x plus 2 equal to 0. Now this thing is only true. This LHS will be only equal to 0 only for two values, which is x equal to -1 and x is equal to -2, right? This thing is only true for two values of x, which is x equal to -1 and x equal to -2. Apart from this, if I put any values of x, right, any value of x, let's say x equal to 1, 0, 2, right, any value of x, LHS will not be equal to 0, right? So we'll say that the basic difference between quadratic equation and identity is that an equation, quadratic equation, will have maximum 2 roots, right? It is the maximum roots which a quadratic equation will have. But whereas an identity will have more than one root, right? More than 2 roots, more than 2 roots. So quadratic identity, what is the difference? That it will have more than 2 roots. Always remember, I'll write it here, that an identity is true for any values of x. Is true for any value of x. Okay, and hence it has infinite root. Hence it has infinite root, right? Hence it has infinite root. So if ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, right? If ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 has more than 2 roots, right? It has, this is a quadratic, but it is, they are saying it has more than 2 roots, then this implies it is an identity, right? This implies it is an identity, right? And if it is an identity, right, more than 2 roots means it will have, it is an what? Identity. And if it is an identity, then I can say that it is only possible when a equal to b equal to c equal to 0, right? It is only possible when a equal to b equal to c equal to 0, right? Because 0 is 0, 0 will give me 0 equal to 0. Now you put any value of x, it will be always 0 equal to 0 when a equal to b equal to c equal to 0. Understood? So this is the first definition of identity, right? A quadratic identity. What it will be, that the coefficient, all the coefficient must be 0, right? And it will have more than 2 roots, right? In the question they will specify that they will have more than 2 roots, then only it will be what? An identity. Okay, so I'll do one question on this and then we'll proceed. So see, if I want to do a question on this, I will say, example, if a square minus 1x square plus a minus 1x, right, plus a square minus 3a plus 2 equal to 0, right? A square minus 1x square plus a minus 1x plus a square minus 3a plus 2 equal to 0 has more than 2 roots. Has more than 2 roots, right? Then find the possible values of a. Then find the possible values of A, right? So I told you, whenever they give you this statement that it has more than 2 roots, right? It has more than 2 roots, then what will I say? That if it has more than 2 roots, then it is an identity, right? And for an identity, what will be the condition? That A will be equal to B will be equal to C will be equal to 0. And what are A, B, C in this? This is going to be A, right? This is going to be B, and this is going to be C, right? So if I equate all of them to 0, A square minus 1 equal to 0, A minus 1 equal to 0, and A square minus 3A plus 2 equal to 0, right? Then what is the value I'll get here? I'll get A equal to plus and minus 1. Here I'll get A equal to 1, and here I will get A square minus 2A minus A plus 2 equal to 0. So A minus 2 and A minus 1 equal to 0. So I'll have two values, A equal to 1 and A equal to 2. Alright. Now I need to choose that value of A for which all of these three are becoming 0. All of these three are becoming 0. So see, this one will become 0 at only one value, 1. Right? This one will become 0 at 1 and minus 1. And this one will become 0 at 1 and 2. So the common values, right, in all three is what? A equal to 1. So for A equal to 1, this expression, this quadratic equation will be what? An identity, and hence it will have more than 2 roots, right? And hence it will have more than 2 roots. I hope this is clear to everyone. Okay, there is a question based on this in your worksheet also. I think there is a similar kind of a question. You can do it. Okay, I will just will refer it. Okay, give me a minute. Yes, the same question is given on page number 62, right? Question number 10. Question number 10. The only difference is that in that question, they have clearly mentioned that it is an identity. Okay, they didn't say that it has more than 2 roots. They have clearly mentioned that it is directly an identity. And if it is an identity, then we know it will have more than 2 roots. Understood? So this is the 10th question that we have already solved it. Okay. Okay. Now let's go to the next question, next topic. Right. Now see, note, right? If for ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0, right? Ax square plus cx plus c equal to 0, right? If first a does not equal to 0, right? A does not equal to 0. It means it's a quadratic, right? If it is a quadratic, then it has maximum 2 roots. It has maximum 2 roots. Okay. Second, right? If suppose a is equal to 0, but b does not equal to 0, right? A equal to 0, but b does not equal to 0. A equal to 0 means it will what? It will look like bx plus c equal to 0. So it means it's a linear, and if it is a linear, it will have 1 root, right? It will have how many root? 1 root. Okay. Then third, if a also equal to 0, b also equal to 0, and c does not equal to 0, right? It means that these two are gone, only c equal to 0, which will, but c is not equal to 0, so it will have 0 root. Okay, it will have 0 root. Why? Because it is a contradiction, right? They are saying c does not equal to 0, but they want a value of x for which c equal to 0, which is not possible. So that's why it will have 0 root. Okay. Then next, fourth, if a equal to b equal to c equal to 0, which we just saw, it will have more than two roots. More than two roots. And it will be an what? Identity. Right? It will be an what? Identity. For one root, it will be a linear. Right? And for this, it will be what? Quadratic. Okay, I hope you understood the relation between the coefficient, right? When anything will become 0, then when it will become an identity, when it will have 0 roots, when it will have 1 root, and when it will have maximum 2 roots. Why I'm saying maximum? Because it is not always necessary that the quadratic will have 2 roots. There is a possibility that the quadratic will have only 1 root, or a quadratic will have no real roots. Okay, that we will see as we proceed. That we will be learning it in the relation between the roots and the discriminant. Okay, so this is, I hope it is clear for everyone. What is the relation between A, B, C, and when any of them become 0, then what is the condition for it? Okay, next. Okay. Now the next topic is what? Roots of quadratic equation. Roots of quadratic equation. Right. Now if they are saying it is a quadratic equation, it means that ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a cannot be equal to 0. Right, a cannot be equal to what? 0. Understood? So when they are saying about it, it's a quadratic, then it means a cannot be equal to 0. Okay, if a cannot be equal to 0, then see, methods, we have methods to solve quadratic equation. Right, to solve quadratic equation. We will understand them one by one. What are the methods? I hope all of you have gone through those methods, but in some curriculum they have eliminated completing the square method or some method. So we'll be going through one by one for all of them. Okay, so the first method here is factorization. Right, the first method here is what? Factorization. The second method is what? Completing the square. Right, completing the square. Okay, and the last method, which is what? Formula method. Which is what? Formula method. I hope all of you remember the formula for the formula method. What was the formula? That x is equal to minus b plus or minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. Right, what is the formula? Minus b plus minus square root of b square minus 4ac upon 2a. So this is the directly formula for solving the quadratic equation. If we do not able to find the roots from factorization, then many students directly apply the formula method. They don't learn the completing the square method itself. Right, but sometimes it is very important to know the completing the square, because in future chapters we will be required to know what is the solution by completing the square method. Okay, that method will be useful. That is why I'm going to teach you today what is completing the square method also. Right, because I think in CBSE or in Telangana board, many places they have eliminated completing the square method. They have given in the book, but they have not taught it. Okay, so we'll be learning that also, completing the square method. Okay, oh, this is about quadratic. Okay, now next we'll be solving few questions based on this only, and we'll understand how to apply all the methods. Right, so I'll be solving one first common question to show you how to apply these questions. Right, so first is, let's say x square minus 6x plus 8 equal to 0. Right, x square minus 6x plus 8 equal to 0. Now for this, what are they asking? They are asking us to solve by all the three methods. Right, so first you try from factorization. This question you try from factorization, then by formula method, and then I'll be doing with completing the square. I'll give you 2 minutes and just find out the roots of this equation. Okay. All right, I hope everyone must have got the root for this, right? So what will be the answer? It is x square minus 4x minus 2x plus 8 equal to 0. If I take x common, I'll get x minus 4 minus 2, x minus 4 equal to 0. It means that x is equal to 2 or x is equal to 4. Right? X is equal to 2 and x is equal to 4. So these are the two roots of this quadratic. Right? Now this is which method? This is solved by what? Factorization. Right? This is what by what? Factorization. Same question I want you to try through what? Formula method. Okay. Same question. Second you try from what? Formula method. Formula method. Okay. Try it. I'll give you time. Find through formula method. So for formula method, first we will write down what is the value of A. A is how much? 1. B is actually minus 6, right? Many students have a habit of not writing the sign, which will be very costly for them because then they will do the mistake. So please always write the coefficient values including with sign, right? So B is equal to minus 6 and C is equal to what? 8. Okay, if we have A, B and C, then I can say the value of X will be what? Minus of B plus or minus square root of B square minus 4AC upon 2A, right? So I can say it is X is equal to 6 plus or minus square root of 36 minus 4 into A into C is how much? 8 upon 2 into 1, right? So I'll have X is equal to 6 plus minus square root of 36 minus 32 is what? 4 upon 2. So we'll have two values. One will be 6 plus 2 by 2 and the other will be 6 minus 2 by 2. Right? So 6 plus 2 by 2 will be equal to 4 and 6 minus 2 by 2 will be equal to how much? 2. Right? So the same answer we'll get by any method you do the question, you will get the same answer, right? X equal to 2, x equal to 4 or x equal to 2, x equal to 4. Right? Now let's understand how to solve the same question with completing the square method. Okay, because I think many of you will not be knowing this completing the square method. So that is why I'm trying to teach you how to solve the same thing from completing the square method. In future, if you need this, then you should know it. Okay, so see, completing the square method. All right, so see, the given question was x square minus 6x plus 8 equal to 0. This was the given question, right? Now what you will do, you will first send the constant term that side. So you will get x square minus 6x is equal to what? Minus 8. Right? X square minus 6x is equal to what? Minus 8. Now whatever is the coefficient of x square, right? Whatever the coefficient of x square, you will divide everything with that, right? Fortunately here the coefficient of x square is 1. So that's why we don't need to divide it. If suppose in place of x square there was 3x square or 2x square, then we need to divide this, right, with that number 2, 3 or whatever that number is, right? So in this case right now we are not dividing it, right? First okay, I'll write down steps also here. So the first step is what? Shift C, right? The constant term, shift C on the, then divide with A, then divide with A. Okay, this is for dividing with A, but here in this step we are not dividing as A is what? 1. Okay, now after doing that, what I'll do, next step, in this step also we will get the same value, x square minus 6x is equal to minus 8. Then the third step, this is the first step, second step, third step is divide B with 2, right? Divide the value of B, that is the coefficient of x square, with what? 2. Okay, and add the square and add square of that number of it on both sides, right? So what is the value of b here? What is the value of b here? It is minus 6, right? It is how much? Minus 6. Now if I divide minus 6 with 2 as it is saying, right, how much I'll get? I'll get minus 3, right? I'll get minus 3, and I need to add the square of it, minus 3 square, on both sides. What is the square of minus 3? 9, right? So I'll be getting x square minus 6x plus 9 is equal to minus 8 plus 9, right? Minus 8 plus 9. Okay, oops. X square minus 6x plus 9. Understood? Now the left hand side, on the left hand side, it will become the whole square of the number which you have got on dividing with 2, right? So what number will we got? It was x minus 3 square, right? And minus 8 plus 9 will be what? 1. Minus 8 plus 9 will be what? 1. Now just take square root. So you will have x minus 3 is equal to plus or minus 1. So it means x minus 3 is equal to 1, or x minus 3 is equal to minus 1, right? If x minus 3 is equal to 1, I can say x is equal to 4, and here I can say x is equal to 2. Understood? Here I'll say x equal to 2. So this is what? Computing the square method, right? I will give you one more question, solve it, note down these steps, okay? These steps, and it will help you to do it through computing the square method. Okay, please note it down. I'll be giving you one more question to solve through computing the square method. So see the next question, 3x square plus 8x plus 4 equal to 0. Now in this case, I have voluntarily kept the coefficient of a as what? 3, not 1, right? So you need to apply those things. Okay, do it. I'll give you 2 minutes to solve this. Please do it. What was the first step? The first step was what? To shift 4 on the right side, right? So if I do it, I will get 3x square plus 8x equal to minus 4, right? We have shifted c on the right side. Then what was the next step? The next step was to divide with the value of a. What is a here? 3. So if I divide, I'll get x square plus 8 by 3x is equal to minus 4 by 3. Understood? In the last question, it was not done because the coefficient of x square, that is a, was equal to 1. Here it is not 1. Okay, that's why we are doing it. Okay, then the next and the final step was what? We divide with the coefficient of x, that is b, with 2 and add the square of that number on both sides. So if I divide this with 2, how much I'll get? I'll get 4 by 3. So I need to add the square of 4 by 3 on both sides. So x square plus 8 by 3x plus 16 by 9, right, is equal to minus 4 by 3 plus 16 by 9, right, plus 16 by 9. So what this will become? This will become the whole square of 4x plus 4 by 3 square, and this will become minus 4 into 3, which will be 4 by 9, right? It will be how much? 4 by 9. Now if I take square root, what it will become? It will become x plus 4 by 3 is equal to plus or minus 2 by 3. Right? X plus 4 by 3 is equal to what? Plus or minus 2 by 3. So it will have two values. Right? What are those values? X is equal to minus 4 by 3 minus 2 by 3, and x is equal to minus 4 by 3 plus 2 by 3. Right? So this will be x is equal to minus 6 by 3, which is minus 2, and this will be x is equal to minus 2 by 3. Understood? So there are two values we have got through completing the square method. Okay. Now next is a very typical kind of question. You have to understand this. Okay, this kind of question will be there in your worksheet also. What is the question? If x is equal to root 2 plus root 2 plus root 2 plus so on till infinity, right? Then find the value of x, right? Then find the value of x. Then find value of x. Right? Then find value of x. So how we will do this? It's simple. See, if x is this, right? Can I say this part? Can I say this is also approximately equal to x? Right? This is also what? Approximately equal to x. So what I can say, it is given as x is equal to root 2 plus x. Right? What it is given as x is equal to root 2 plus x. Understood? Now if I square on both the side, what I will get? I will get x square is equal to 2 plus x. It means that x square minus x minus 2 equal to 0. Right? So I will have x is equal to, if I solve this, oops, so x square minus x minus 2 equal to 0. It means x square minus 2x plus x minus 2 equal to 0. It means x into x minus 2 plus 1 into x minus 2 equal to 0. It means x is equal to minus 1 or x is equal to 2. Right? X is equal to minus 1 or x equal to 2. But x equal to minus 1 cannot be the answer. Why? Because this is a square root, right? And square root cannot be negative, right? Square root cannot be negative. Always remember, square root of anything will be always greater than or equal to 0. Understood? Square root of anything is always greater than or equal to 0. So the correct answer is what? X is equal to 2. Okay, the correct answer for this is how much? X equal to 2. Okay, I hope this question is clear to all of you. Okay, this is a very good question. There is a similar kind of question in your worksheet in which they have given x is equal to root of 6 plus root of 6 plus root of 6 so on till infinity, right? So in similar way only you have to do it. It will be a homework, right? It will be there in your worksheet, I think 4th or 5th question, but whatever, you have to solve it. Okay, let's go to the next question. Okay, what is the next question? Now, next question is they are saying find the zeros of polynomial. Find the zeros of polynomial fx equal to x square minus 2x minus 8, right? Fx equal to x square minus 2x minus 8. Now in this they have not mentioned through what method we need to find it, right? So we can find it in any method, whatever you like. And but how to find it? They have asked you to find the zeros, right? That is the root. It means that x square minus 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. Right? X square minus 2x minus 8 is equal to 0. It means that x will be equal to 4 and x will be equal to minus 2. Right? X is equal to 4 and x equal to minus 2. I will just solve the step by step also to make you understand. So I will write x square minus 4x plus 2x minus 8 equal to 0. If I take x common, I'll have x minus 4 plus 2 x minus 4 equal to 0. So x will be equal to 4 or x will be equal to minus 2. Understood? Very simple question to find for finding the zeros of the polynomial. Okay, then let's do the next one. If x minus 3 is a factor of ax square plus 5x plus 12, then a equal to what? Then a equal to what? If it is a factor of this, then a equal to what? So I have told you if anything is a factor, then whatever is root, that is x is equal to 3. You plug in this and you should get what? 0, right? So if I plug it in, I'll get a into 3 square plus 5 into 3 plus 12 will be equal to 0. So 9a plus 15 plus 12 equal to 0. So I can say 9a is equal to minus 27. It means a is equal to minus 3. Right? A will be equal to what? Minus 3. Understood? Okay. Let's do one more. Okay, I think we have to do 1 or 2 more questions and then we'll revise everything what we have done. Okay, then the next question is, if 3 to the power 1 minus x plus 3 to the power 1 plus x is equal to 10, right? Yes. Then values of x are, right? The values of x are what? Okay, so I'll give you 2 minutes to solve this question and then I'll solve it. Okay, please solve this question, everyone. Okay, so how will we solve this question? See, in this I can write it is 3 to the power 1 into 3 to the power minus x plus 3 to the power 1 into 3 to the power x is equal to 10. Right? Now this will become 3 to the power 1 upon 3x, right, plus 3 to the power 1 into 3 to the power x is equal to 10. Right? Now in this kind of question, the safest way to do is what? That write 3 to the power x to be what? T. Okay, right? 3 to the power x to be as what? T. If I do that, what will I get? I will get 3 by t plus 3t is equal to 10, right? Yes, so it will become 3 plus 3t square, right? 3 plus 3t square is equal to 30, right? 3 plus 3t square. I think there is something wrong about this question. I think there is something, let me check the question. Okay, no, I think it's right. It is not 30. This is equal to 10t, right? Now I'll have 3t square minus 10t plus 3 equal to 0, right? 3t square minus 10t plus 3 equal to 0. Now I can factorize this. So I'll get 3t square minus 9t minus t plus 3 equal to 0, right? So 3t I can take common. I'll have t minus 3 minus 1 t minus 3 equal to 0. It means 3t minus 1 and t minus 3 is equal to 0, right? It implies that t is equal to 1 by 3 or t is equal to 3, right? Now mind it, many students does a mistake of just writing 1 by 3 and 3, but actually this is not what they are asking. What are they asking? They are asking the value of x. So what is x? X is 3 to the power x is equal to 1 by 3 and 3 to the power x is equal to 3. So if I compare, here x will be equal to 1 and here 3 to the power x is equal to 3 to the power minus 1. It means x is equal to what? Minus 1. Right? So there are two values of x. What are these? Values of x are what? X is equal to 1 and minus 1. Okay, values of x are what? 1 and minus 1. Now let's do one last question and then we'll revise and I'll give you the homework. Okay, this question we have already done, similar kind of. Now you guys try it. What is the question? If lambda square minus 5 lambda plus 6 into x square plus lambda square minus 4x plus lambda square minus 3 lambda plus 2 is equal to 0, right? If this equation has more than two roots, then lambda equal to what? Just this similar kind of question we have done today with A, right? Do this question and then we are done with the today's topic. Okay. What you have to do, I have told you that if it has more than two roots, then what will be the thing? Right? If it has more than two, it means it's an identity, right? Identity. And if it is an identity, then what will happen? Then I can say that A will be equal to B will be equal to C will be equal to 0, right? So basically you have to equate this and this with 0, right? A will be equal to B will be equal to what? 0, and then you will get the answer, right? So please solve it, all of you. Then you'll get the value of lambda. Please solve it. Equate all individually A, B, C to be 0, right? And find the common value for which they are becoming what? 0. Okay, so solve this. For the first one, if you solve, you will have lambda square minus 3 lambda minus 2 lambda plus 6 equal to 0. Lambda, if I take common, I'll get lambda minus 3 minus 2 lambda minus 3 is equal to 0. It means lambda minus 3 and lambda minus 2 equal to 0. So you will have lambda equal to 2 and lambda equal to 3. Okay, for the first one. For the second one, you have lambda square equal to 4. It means lambda is equal to plus and minus 2. Right? And for this one, you have lambda square minus 2 lambda minus lambda plus 2 equal to 0. So lambda common, you have lambda minus 2 minus 1 lambda minus 2 equal to 0. So you have lambda equal to 1 and lambda equal to 2. Right? So what is the common value in all the three? The common value for lambda is what? Lambda equal to 2. Right? This is the common value of lambda in all the three, for which all A, B and C will become 0. Right? That is the answer for this one. Understood? So we have completed today's topic and they have discussed the question from yesterday. Now I'll be giving you today's homework and then we'll be revising it. Right? So for today the homework is worksheet number 5. Okay, worksheet number 5. It's on page number. Achha, I think tomorrow there is no class, right? Tomorrow and day after. So this directly will be meeting on Monday, right? And we'll discuss worksheet 5. Worksheet 5, right? And day 5. Page number it is 62, right? All 12 questions. All 12 questions. Right? All the 12 questions is homework, right? This is homework and we'll be discussing it on Monday, right? Now we'll revise it as we have some time left. So we'll revise it and then we'll finish it off. So today we have done a few things. Okay, we started with quadratic equation and identity. What is a quadratic equation? A quadratic equation will have only two roots, maximum two roots, but an identity can have more than two roots or infinite roots, right? So this is the difference between quadratic equation and an identity. Second thing, then I have written the definition of an identity, that an identity is true for any values of x, hence it has infinite roots, right? any value of x means whatever you put, it will be LHS equal to RHS, right? So what is the condition for ax square plus bx plus c equal to 0 to be an identity? That all the coefficient a, b and c should be equal to what? 0. Right. Next, this is a question based on that we have taken. Then this is a note for ax square plus bx plus c. If a does not equal to 0, that this thing will be a quadratic and it will have maximum 2 roots, right? Why maximum? This we'll learn on Monday, right? Then next, if a is equal to 0 but b does not equal to 0, right? B does not equal to 0, right? Then it means it will have one root because it will be converted into a what? Linear expression. Understood? If a equal to 0, b equal to 0 and c does not equal to 0, right? Then a number, and we want c equal to 0. It means this is a contradiction and it will have 0 root, right? And we have seen just now that if a equal to 0, b equal to 0, c equal to 0, then it will have more than 2 roots. Okay. Next, roots of a quadratic equation. There are methods to find the roots. One is factorization, then computing the square, then formula method, right? This I guess all of you know. Computing the square, we have done 2 questions based on it. What are the steps? First, you have to shift the constant term on the right side, right? Then divide with the coefficient of x square, that is a, right? Then what you need to do? Divide b, that is coefficient of x, with 2 and add the square of it on both the sides, right? And then you will get the answer. All right. Next. Then we have seen few examples. Okay, just few examples, and then we have done the homework. Okay, I hope it is clear to all of you. We have finished it, and on I'll see you on Monday. If you have any doubt regarding any of the questions, you can again go to the center from between 2 to 5, and there will be doubt faculties available there. Personally, they will clear your doubts. Okay, if anyone of you have any doubt, then you can ask them also, and already we are discussing in classes also. Okay, thank you everyone.